Christian Yelich not competing in the home run derby.
I'm nervous about this because I texted him asking him, and he was like, he said, let's just call him real quick because I'm nervous that he's going to somehow compete in the home run derby. He's got to say that he's not going to do it ever. On today's Pardon My Take, we have good friend, recurring guest, been a long time, Baker Mayfield on the show. We taped it during Chill Week. Awesome interview. We haven't talked to Baker in like 4 or 5 years. We get into that. There was a concern that maybe we were outside of the inner circle. We are not.
We're back in.
And it was an awesome interview. It was great catching up with Baker. We're so happy for everything that's transpired in the past year.
Talk UFOs with him.
Yep.
That short week that he had going out to L.A.
It was an awesome interview and great to have him back on the show. We're going to do the Mount Rushmore of video games in honor of EA Sports College Football being back today, which we will talk about some more. We have a lot to recap. There were some Euros. There was some Wimbledon. There was some Copa. There was some other sports. It all happened. Jalen Brunson signed a deal. It was a big weekend in sports, and we'll get to all of it in a minute. Before we do that, DraftKings, it's finally here. Best Ball Week at DraftKings. Here's why it's a big deal. DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest is their biggest fantasy contest ever. We're talking $15 million guaranteed prize pool with two. That's right, 2 millionaires being crowned for first and second place. If you're a set it and forget it type, then Best Ball is for you. No waiver wires, no roster management. Bigger roster so injuries won't end your season. Only the draft, and that's it. You're set for the season. I'm going to be drafting my Best Ball team on today, actually, at 2 o'clock Central Time. So tune in. We'll be live streaming that. If you're still not convinced, check this out. This year, DraftKings is offering a Draft One, Get One special. Your $20 entry fee scores you a bonus ticket. Best Ball Week is here. Download the DraftKings app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for all customers who enter the NFL Best Ball 15 million millionaire contest to get a bonus ticket and get a shot at being crowned one of 2 millionaires. It's Best Ball Week only on DraftKings. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by DraftKings. Best Ball Week is here. Download the DraftKings app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for all customers who enter the NFL Best Ball 15 million millionaire contest to get a bonus ticket and get a shot at being crowned one of the 2 millionaires. It's Best Ball Week only on DraftKings. Today is Monday, July 15th. And let me be the first to say, you are listening right now to the only, as far as I know it, the only sports podcast that is 100% against assassination.
Anti-assassination.
That's us.
That's the type of take you get on this program that you don't get on your first takes. You don't get that on your get-ups.
Yeah, I would
get
like
that on your Ryan Russillo shows.
I'd like to see Greeny come out and be 100% anti-assassination.
Oh, no. Greeny will never do that.
No.
Greeny will never in a million years. It's too controversial for him.
Way too controversial. Yeah, that was crazy. We don't really talk about the political world, but when there's an assassination attempt on a former president who's currently running for president, we have to come out and say that we are very much against assassination.
Pretty wild. One turn of the head, and that's all it took. Missed by inches.
Also, a hell of a picture by Trump to stand up like that, to have the thought in the moment being like, this is going to rock.
Did you see some of the pictures that have the bullet actually going by the back of his head?
It's nuts.
It is crazy.
It's nuts. And, yeah, crazy times we live in. We are an escape from those crazy times, but we had to say anti-assassination. I noticed one person in this room has not come out and said anti-assassination.
Mm-hmm. We as a podcast are anti-assassination.
Okay.
All
right.
Wait,
I am
good.
Anti-assassination.
So you are, Hank, personally.
I am personally, and as a podcast,
Same.
I am.
I didn't know that the podcast.
I double dip.
I didn't know that the podcast was going to be anti. I knew that I was going to be already. Sounds like Hank just kind of followed suit when he heard that we were anti-assassination.
I'm anti-assassination.
There we go, Max.
There you go, Max.
Memes.
Anti-assassination.
Yes.
Chalk it up.
That is a consensus, boys. I think
about-
that's the only consensus we ever had on this podcast.
Also, just goes to show you Nick Castellanos' tremendous timing.
I mean, memes. Are you like your meme just lives forever? He hit a home run, and he also hit his 45th and 47th RBIs yesterday.
Incredible. Maybe the funniest guy in baseball.
Memes.
I thought it died down there for a little bit and thought it was over, but he just keeps coming back.
Now, he did hit it before the assassination attempt, but I still think Nick Castellanos, anytime he homers, you just got to look over your shoulder.
On high alert, yeah. I regret drafting him onto my Dingers only team. Feels like it's just every time something good happens for me, something bad's about to happen to somebody else.
Yeah, poor Richard Simmons as well passed away, and no one. I mean, we all thought he might have been dead for years, and then when he did die, he's like, I'll just, a random Saturday in July. No.
It stinks to have your own death overshadowed by somebody else almost dying.
Yeah, instantly.
Instantly.
And
I found out that Richard Simmons died because Trump almost got assassinated.
Yeah, because you're looking at like the 4U.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also found out that Ben Simmons is still alive.
Because he was probably also triggered.
Yes.
Live look at the shooter.
Yes. The 4U page on Twitter was popping off there. I think there was one headline that was like, from NBA star to Trump rally prankster, here's what Klay Thompson's up to now. It's just like, okay.
And we're gonna settle this at the BattleBot. That's what Biden said tonight.
The BattleBot?
We're gonna settle this at the BattleBots.
Okay,
Which,
so
by the way, that show rocked.
We also should probably do. I think we've done like manliest moves Mount Rushmore, but in terms of most badass things, surviving an assassination attempt is 1-1.
It's definitely up there for sure. And I always wonder, at what point do you reach assassination status? Like, plenty of people get killed, plenty of people get murdered or attempted murdered, but at some point, then you can be assassinated.
I think it's political, right?
Like, if Hank were to die, would that be a murder or an assassination?
Murder.
Well, maybe an assassination, and we're anti it. So there you go, Hank.
Yeah.
We have your back. But yeah, we had to say we're
I think
anti-assassination.
you guys would be suspects 1 and 2.
Yeah, they
The
like call the
assassination?
boyfriend kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Does anybody here have a middle name that they include in their main name? Because if so, that's target number 1. Actually,
We'll just become alibis.
Christopher Max Delente.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Maxwell, yeah.
Yeah,
Max,
that's an assassin name.
We'll just have really strong alibis.
Yeah,
PFT and I were doing the pod.
that's actually
We don't
pretty
know
good.
what happened.
That's rock solid.
Yeah, we don't know what happened. Okay. Let's talk some sports. Jalen Brunson, Windhorse meme. What's going on in New York? Because Jalen Brunson signed a deal for 4 years, $156.5 million. He saved the team $113 million. Now, not to take away from LeBron's $3 million that he saved, but this was an insane deal that makes him, I don't know, 1-1 of like current New York athletes. Memes, would that be fair to say? He's got to be 1-1 New York athlete right now.
Grimace.
Yeah, 1-1 right now.
I mean, that is the most, like, he obviously still has to win a championship to like take it all the way, but just in terms of the path and what his last year looked like, and then doing this, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's his father, Rick, who is an assistant coach, is going to be the highest paid assistant coach in the NBA, or maybe because he works in the financial capital of the world. There's something that might make that sweeter.
That'd be very funny if there was a New York-based name, image, likeness collective that got together for the Knicks, and so it's like, yeah, don't pay them as much because you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have him just be a spokesperson for MetLife.
Yeah,
Is he married to a supermodel?
I not think he's married to a supermodel. It's I have no choice but to take it at face value. I know there's conspiracy theorists and everyone's gonna run around saying he's getting that money somewhere else. Pretty much the coolest move you can do if you're a fan of the Knicks. I don't think players. I think players should get what they're worth, but I wouldn't complain if I were a Knicks fan right now that he just left $113 million on the table to make his team better and hope and deliver a championship to the Knicks.
Yeah, so he got paid about 58% what he could have gotten paid.
How is
He
that-
just waited until next offseason.
How are they going to allow this?
I think
someone is definitely petitioning CJ McCollum right now and being like, "This is not allowed."
it's probably his agent.
Yeah, sir, please.
That's pissed off about this.
Please, someone do this.
Maybe they're going to take that money that they saved and give it to Jay Wright, which would be a repayment on the loan that Jay Wright paid Jalen Brunson to go to Villanova.
Also, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
This is shocking though. Like when you guys saw this, were you not like, what? Because guys take hometown discounts. He took half.
Yeah.
He took half of what he's eligible to take, and he would have been paid every single dollar of that max. And now, I mean, the Knicks have to use that money wisely, but holy shit.
Well, there's another element. Maybe he thought to himself, I don't know if I can play for another season under Tibbs' watch. So by signing early, he removes the chance of getting injured, not getting that next contract.
It's crazy. Does it make you nervous, Hank, Max?
No.
No? Oh, that was you just threw that
It's
off.
the Knicks and it's Nova.
Okay.
What is two things I'll never be worried about?
Nova won 2 national championships.
That's true.
So
That's true.
But that didn't worry Hank. He wasn't worried when he was losing
I don't know
those.
why he included Nova in that to try and piss me off, even though they won 2 national championships.
Are you like, what the hell's going on, Max?
Yeah, I don't understand it at all.
I don't understand it at all. I mean, I would love for a player that I root for to do this. This would be the coolest move ever. And Knicks fans should be over the moon happy, but it's still, I'm just sitting here like, what is going on?
It is crazy that a superstar NBA player is turning down that much money. That doesn't happen.
Hall of Fame guy.
It only happens with guys at the end of their career if they want to go somewhere to make it happen.
Ring
chasing. I guess he's ring chasing at home.
Also, LeBron did.
Also, the $3 million.
Yeah,
$3 million.
Under the apron, second apron.
But yeah, he could have signed a $270 million contract next summer.
I feel like this all comes back to the fact that maybe James Dolan is just not around a lot anymore, because if Jalen Brunson knew James Dolan better, he'd probably be like, fuck that, I want all his money. Right?
Yeah.
Because you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna do you a solid, James.
I just think he did it because he might be afraid of getting hurt next year.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's an all-time team guy move, and there is obviously people like, well, you can have enough money. There's definitely that limit, but still, you're an NBA basketball player in the prime of your career, and you don't know if you'll ever make that type of money ever again. No one passes that up.
It's also New York.
No one does.
It's also New York. You're going to need that extra like $30 million.
Yeah, Tom Brady did because he had Giselle.
Who's Jalen Brunson dating?
That's what I'm trying
I
to
think it's
figure
like a
out.
high school sweetheart.
She must be rich.
Oh, his former high school. Got it. Okay. For a second, when you led off with a high school.
You made it sound like.
Yeah, made it sound weird.
I also don't know if that's 100% true.
Okay, well, we'll go with it. We're not a fact show. So yeah, that was the biggest story to me this weekend. I know that we also had some Euro finals.
Yeah, it's not coming home.
Not coming home.
It's never going to come home. It left. It walked out the door.
England,
empty nest syndrome. It's not coming back.
England soccer is it's got to be brutal to root for.
Yeah, I would think so. Gareth Southgate can't win the big one.
It felt like they were the team of destiny this year.
Well,
the way they were winning.
Yeah.
And just like they weren't the best team, but they were just finding ways to win games. And then Spain just late, that was like the 86th minute, finishes it off. Some great soccer today.
They ran out of luck where it was like their game plan this whole tournament was just kind of sleepwalk after the opening whistle, get scored on, and then play really hard.
Yeah.
And equalize the game, then hope that you can win in extra time or at the end or maybe in PKs.
Yeah.
And then Spain was the best team, and Yamal is now 17 years old.
Oh, he turned 17 today?
He turned 17 like 2 days ago.
Oh, shit.
Which sounds a lot less impressive that a 17-year-old won the Euros.
Yeah,
they should
have hurried that up.
Yeah, they should have.
A 16-year-old got to the final.
16-year-old got to the final, and then the 17-year-old took over and said, I'll take it from here, little boy.
Yeah, he's got it. And then the Copa, which is going on right now, another sign of we'll never win a soccer tournament because the fans climbing through like the air ducts, basically trampling and ruining the escalator in Miami. Those fans, those are real soccer fans.
And we don't know what's going to happen after the game's over because there are thousands more fans in the stands than there are actual seats.
Yeah.
So who knows? Apparently what was happening is people were just going to the seats, and then the tickets were like $1,500, $2,000 to get in. So people that had tickets were going to their seats. The seats are occupied, and then security can't do shit about it to kick the people out. So people are just losing seats, losing money. You know what? This is a real black eye on the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
The fact that this has never happened at a Dolphins game before. They're not used to having such passionate fans show up early.
That's true. They
Bad
need to
sports
start. They need to start charging the gates. Yeah, the game was delayed like an hour and a half. That's real. That's real soccer fandom. And now we have an opening in coaching, and no one wants the job.
I want the German butt fingers guy.
Okay.
That low guy, the guy that would stick his hands in his armpits and smell them. That real freak.
I'm in.
Why not? Because it seems like everybody else they're talking to is just the same iteration of Greg.
Yeah.
Just Greg under a different name, where it's a guy that just kisses U.S. Soccer Federation's ass. And
Jesse
sit around
Marsh
for a while.
doesn't want the job.
Nah, because he's smart.
Fuck.
This is why we need to kidnap somebody and force them to be their head coach.
We're hiring Berhalter back. That would rock.
At this point, I'm in. Like, fuck it, bring him back. Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
He's learned his lesson. Add another G.
Hank, you look like you want to say something about soccer.
Well, no, yeah, not really at all about soccer. But this is an extremely regional complaint or concern because this is only happening to people in Chicago. But they've had this weather tornado. Up for, full screen for the entire game.
Yeah, we got a tornado.
Soccer's
warning.
in like a lower box.
We got a tornado warning.
Means it's got to be bad.
You got to worry about the tornado. Tornadoes don't hit cities though.
That's good.
Like big cities. I think it's something about like the wind or something in the big
And the buildings stopping it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Yeah, because you would think that a tornado would hit like Dallas, Oklahoma City
Tornadoes
at some point.
hit big cities. Okay.
I think they're
Tornadoes do not hit big cities. False. Tornadoes can hit anywhere at any time. Okay, I just made that up.
I guess we just haven't had a massive one.
Yeah, I completely made it up. Okay.
But yeah, I made a list.
Oh yeah, F3 tornado hit the Bank 1 tower in Fort Worth in 2000. 80% of the 35 stories windows were destroyed. Okay, so I did make that up 100%. That was something I just told myself to make myself feel better.
Okay,
Tornadoes don't hit big cities.
I did put together a list of my top 5 preferred U.S. soccer coaches.
Okay, let me hear it.
And this is for Project 2026. That's what we're calling the World Cup, starting now.
Okay.
Number 1, I still think we can get that Klopp guy.
Yep.
He rebuffed us, but now we need to rebuff his rebuffal.
Yep.
And go back and add a 0 to the order and be like, yep, too bad, you're joining our team. Number 2 is Buttfingers, the guy that eats his own boogers. I think his name's Low, and it's got the umlauts on there. Pretty cool. Number 3, Berhalter again. Fuck it. Number 4, I think Dan Campbell could do it, actually. I think
absolutely.
Because what we need passion out of our players. I think Dan Campbell will figure soccer out. And then number 5 is anybody except Alexi Lalas.
I think that's fair as well.
I think we can make that happen.
I like that as well. Here's why I thought this.
Maybe even Dan Hurley.
Dan Hurley would be great. He said that he'd be a better football coach than basketball coach.
You think so?
He said that.
Let him do both.
He said that he thinks he was born to be a football coach, which he could do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. What else do we got? Oh, Wimbledon happened. Djokovic might be old.
Well, Spain happened today.
Spain did happen.
Spanish Sunday. We had Alcatraz.
Yep.
Won Wimbledon. Crushed Djokovic.
He's 16 years younger.
Yeah. Still crushed him, though. I think he
crushed
straight
him.
sets.
I just pretended that match didn't happen.
And then Spain won, and also Sergio Garcia won the live event.
Just threw himself in there.
Yeah, Sergio. What was his tweet today? He's like, we have the opportunity to make this the biggest sports day ever for Spain now that I've won.
Yeah,
After he said if the soccer team wins tonight, it will be one of the biggest days in Spanish sports history.
He's the dragon meme.
Yeah.
Like the Spain winning the Euros, Alcaraz winning Wimbledon, and then Sergio looking all goofy, being like live event wherever it was.
Yeah, the big 3.
Yeah.
Triple crown.
They did it. Who would have thought Spain would do that?
I do feel bad for British sports fans, though. Yeah. I love the fact that you can set your watch to certain things in sports. You know, you can count on certain heartbreak and misery, but it looks sad when the shirtless hooligans are like walking out of the stadium, holding their heads in shame after they gave so many great chants to the Germans.
They're the Buffalo Bills.
They are. Yeah,
they are. It's sad, but it's the truth, right?
Mm-hmm. Is there a pit in England?
I don't know. I am watching this one video of this guy. He's doing. He's traveling the River Thames from source to sea. Okay. Every day he updates it.
Is he like on a boat?
He started walking. And now he's on a kayak. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah,
he got fraud alert though because he was like, I'm not leaving the river. And then like day 3, he's like, thank you so much to the people who let me stay at their house today. And then he had to correct himself. He's like, look, I am sleeping other places. But yeah, it's cool. He's doing it.
I feel like if you
source to see.
If you do that, you got to either be in a canoe the entire time or you have to walk the entire time.
Yeah, well, he's got
Can't go
that.
back and
He's
forth.
like one of those chipper English guys, like that's just very happy. Who probably doesn't even watch soccer. That's why he's got a completely different personality
A good head on
than all the
his shoulders,
other English guys. But yeah, he's. I don't know. I somehow got that in my algorithm. I'm following him. He's going source to see. Check him out.
In a box, in a box, in a box. Lizzie's in a box.
In a box.
You remember when we delayed our kickoff for NFL Week 1 because Queen Elizabeth died? That was
Yes.
disgusting.
That was cool.
What was the point of the Revolutionary War?
That was nuts. Yeah, we should never have to do that. We should never ever have to do that. Okay. What else we got in the sports world? It's All-Star Break.
All-Star Break. Christian Yelich not competing in the home run derby.
I'm nervous about this because I texted him asking him, and he was like, he said, let's just call him real quick because I'm nervous that he's going to somehow compete in the home run derby. He's got to say that he's not going to do it ever. Do we have a Dingers Only update for All-Star Break?
I am in second to last place. I'm beating Jerry by 2.
Oh, nice.
I don't know who's ahead of us.
If he doesn't pick up, we'll just cut this. Hey,
Yo,
Christian.
what up?
Hey,
Yeah.
Big Cat, pardon my take here. You're live to tape.
Wait.
Please, could you confirm that you are not competing in Monday's home run derby?
I can confirm I'm not competing in this year's home run derby.
Okay,
Nice.
now
Not the future though.
yeah. So, why are you not competing this year?
I just felt like you've had a tough year so far. We give you a break.
Okay, all right. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but then you are making a pledge right now to compete at some point in the future in the home run derby.
That's the plan. I think that'd be a good goal to have, don't you think?
No, I think that's a terrible goal. You're not getting younger, dude.
I'm not. So I mean, it's gonna have to happen ASAP. I think.
Okay.
Hey, Christian, PFT commenter here from Part of My Take. You're live to tape on the podcast. Can you confirm the sources that are saying that you were scared to compete in this year's home run derby?
Well, this is some big J journalism out here from you guys, huh?
Yeah. Are you
Are
scared?
you afraid of home runs?
No, I think, like I said, you guys have had a tough year, and I felt it was only right to give y'all a break. And you are right about the age thing. I think we're gonna have to get it done here in the near future. When we do it, not if we do it, but when we do it.
Okay, I don't like that. Happy birthday, by the way. You're 37 years old tomorrow?
I think so.
Okay, all right, we're going to start the rumor that he's really old. That way he can't compete. Okay, Christian, have fun. You're an all-star, right?
Yeah. I'll just be watching the Derby tomorrow, but I'll be thinking of you guys the whole time.
You're 100% not competing, correct?
100%, not this year.
All right, I'm still nervous that he's going to be like, haha, just kidding, I'm competing.
Yeah. Hey, Christian, were you upset when nobody took you in the Dingers Only draft?
Yeah, were you upset about the Dingers Only draft?
I didn't see the Dingers Only draft, but I heard about the Dingers Only draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be another reason why we're going to have to compete in the Derby at some point.
Okay. All right. Well, Christian, have fun at the All-Star break. You're having a great year. And
Don't eat any ass.
Hopefully this isn't your last good year.
Let's hope not, right?
Yeah, that'd be a shame.
I'll probably see y'all in Chicago here in a few weeks.
Okay.
We can hash it out then.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Don't ruin your swing.
All right. See ya.
All
All
right,
right.
later, guys.
All right. Thank God. Okay.
That's good.
Confirmed not. Because I was still nervous that there was like one slot open and he was going to just slide in, but he really thinks he's going to do it at some point.
I don't think so. I think that 1 year, the year after we made that bet, that was the danger year for us, where he got hurt right before the home run derby.
Yeah.
That would have been really bad.
Yeah. Okay.
But now I'm not even going to wax.
Yeah.
I was thinking about waxing just to be be a good teammate.
You're thinking about wax? I was thinking about wiping.
Now waxing and wiping,
Okay.
showering, everything.
I won't wipe. Okay. Any other sports stories before we do Who's Back?
Marty Fish won the American
Our
Citrus
guy.
Championship. Marty Fish, our guy, AWL. Marty, he might be listening to this.
Dude, Marty Fish, we got to get him on.
He might be. He already listened.
He already listened to it. Marty Fish, we
Before
have
you
to
said
get him
it.
on. Legend. We met him in Tahoe. He's an AWL. He came up to us. It was Wednesday morning,
Yep.
and I was like, "Oh, good to finally meet you." David Wells actually mentioned you on the show today. He's like, "Yeah, I know. I listened." It was like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
he'd already listened.
Marty's
Been out for maybe 4 hours.
Yeah,
he is a true AWL.
I fucking
Marty's
love the
been
guy.
ride or die with us for a long time, so very cool to see him win. He's a great golfer.
great.
He's actually a really, really good golfer. Good tennis player, even better golfer.
Yeah, and we had who came. Thielen, who we had on, came close. Joe Pavelski, Badger, was second. A-Rod was second to last.
Yeah, I think he was last. I think Alex Rodriguez finished in dead last.
I think Blake Griffin did pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen's a good golfer now.
He got good.
He's legitimately
much better than he
a good
was
golfer.
at the match.
Yeah. All those guys, too. It's funny. Who's that?
Oh, no,
crying.
Messi's crying.
Oh, no. Oh, he's out?
Oh, no.
Did he get hurt?
This tornado warning he's worried about.
Yeah, it looked like
fuck.
a hamstring. That's not good for Messi.
Who hurt Messi?
I think he just ran.
This is
This
a
bad day
contact.
for my
All your goats are dying.
Hamas took him out.
Hamas took him out? Okay.
That's how Hank pronounces
hummus.
James.
Oh, you're actually talking about a real person.
Yeah.
Got it.
LeBron Hamas.
There's a player on Columbia.
Jaime?
No, you're thinking of that guy in England that's going from the river to the sea.
They said his name on
Jaime.
the broadcast. They
Jaime
said
Rodriguez.
Hamas.
It's Hamas Rodriguez.
Hamas Rodriguez.
Yeah.
This is a cool way to say James.
Hank pronounces it Hamas.
LeBron Hamas?
Yeah.
Wait, his name's James?
Yeah. Spelled James.
I heard the announcer
Might be
say
spelled J-M-I-E.
No, it's spelled James.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Hamas.
LeBron Hamas kind of player.
LeBron Hamas. Okay. Let's do Who's Back, and then we have a great Mount Rushmore for everyone. Who's Back of the Week is brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. The perfect summer playlist may be elusive, but one thing is for sure, it gets better when it's enjoyed with a cold Coors Light, because music plus Coors Light equals chill amplified. Coors Light is the only choice when you're ready to choose chill. When you embrace a chill mindset, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. We love Coors Light. We were out in Tahoe all last week on Chill Week. We need to chill more next Chill Week. We didn't chill enough. But we did have some Coors Light, and that itself is chill. So amplify your chill this summer with Coors Light. Choose chill. Choose Coors Light. Go to CoorsLight.com/summermusic to see how Coors Light can amplify your summer. And be sure to keep an eye out on Coors Light's social handles all summer long for more exciting announcements. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Coors Light, the coldest beer out there. The best beer out there. Coors Light. Okay, Hank.
My Who's Back of the Week is Petty Wars.
Oh.
Okay.
So Angel Reese had a double streak going. She was at 15, and then today she was playing the Liberty. In the game before, I think she had like 4 rebounds in the last 2 minutes. Kind of stat padding a little bit.
Stat padding.
So today she had 8 points, 16 rebounds. They were giving her the ball at the end of the game, and the Liberty were quadruple teaming her. The videos and pictures are very funny. They just said we're not letting the record happen on our watch.
No easy buckets.
Petty Wars.
Yeah. And she kind of outed herself as a broke girl because she was talking about all the guys that keep asking her to fly them out for games. And she's like, I'm not flying any guys out for games. I guess she doesn't have it like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
The stat padding is crazy. Angel Reese is a good basketball player. I'm a Chicago Sky fan. It is insane that anyone thinks that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are on the same level in playing basketball. Angel Reese is so much better.
Yeah, she went head to head.
Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese.
But she got another 20 and 10 game.
It's crazy.
Now the rumor out there is that Diana Taurasi is going to have to back out of the Olympics, and then Caitlin Clark would be the next person brought in.
Okay.
Fly her out there.
That would be cool.
They're going to fly Caitlin Clark out.
That would be cool. Have they decided who's going to be? Is it Derek White officially?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah. All right. When do they start? What is it, 2 weeks? Olympics?
I think it's end of July. I want to say July 26th is opening ceremony.
I saw Jokic versus Wemby was yesterday or the day before, and just it's so funny watching. Like Jokic looks like he's 6 feet tall.
Yeah. I'm going to say right now, I'm not okay with just a gold medal. I want domination. I want utter domination. I'm gonna put it out there. I will not be celebrating a gold medal if we win the semifinals. If the semifinals or the finals games are within 10 points, either of them, I will not be celebrating this gold medal.
I want to see domination like the original Dream Team. That's the standard.
Yes.
Where you don't use a timeout at all.
Yeah. I want to
Just
see that type of
mow
domination.
them down.
By the way, so the dingers only, which we briefly touched on, actually Max is in last place.
Oh.
With 12.
Wow.
Brandon's got 24. I have 20. Hank has 16. Jerry has 15. PFT 14. Max 12.
Okay.
That's tough. Okay, Max. Can't really.
Long season.
What if you drafted Trey Turner, though?
I would have been doing much better. I was planning on drafting Trey Turner until Gunnar Henderson fell to me.
What about if you drafted Christian Yelich?
Or Schwarber.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Any of your
know the
boys.
math here.
Okay.
You hate your boys.
Bad math. Okay. PFT or who's back?
My who's back of the week is also Olympic related. Breakdancing is back.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that breakdancing is a sport?
Oh, yeah.
In the 2024 Olympics?
I think it was in the last Olympics, too.
I don't think so. I think this is the first time.
Oh,
around.
really?
Yeah, I think this is the inaugural season for breakdancing at the Olympics. That one, if we don't win gold in breakdancing, then I'm out on the USA.
I could see some other country being nasty.
No,
dancing.
no, we can't. We can't lose breakdancing.
That
We need a clean sweep in breakdancing. I can't wait to see how it's judged, how it's scored, what kind of music they're allowed to use. I'm very excited for breakdancing.
yeah.
I'm on. Are they b-boys? Is that what they call them?
These guys just flop all like
Are you talking about
breakdancers?
every 2 seconds. There's just breaks in the action. These guys are dead, and then they hop right up.
Come on, Hank. Have some passion for soccer.
No.
It's the best. Yeah, no, they do flop. Oh, that was a real.
That was a real trip.
No, because the Argentina guy flopped. It's always funny when the guy who looks like he should be injured doesn't flop, and the other guy does.
It was great earlier too because Messi got fouled when he was in the box, and then he rolled out of bounds, and then he realized he was out of bounds, and then rolled 3 times to get back in bounds because that way they had to stop the play.
Yeah.
They had to bring the trainers out onto the pitch.
You got to do what you got to do. That's gamesmanship.
Yeah,
Anyone else, I would have called it foul.
yeah. Hank, do you have any comment about breakdancing?
I don't know that the U.S. is a favorite.
You
So
don't
I'm
think
saying. No, dude. I feel like Japan might sneaky be nice. I don't know. There's some other countries that probably are really good at breakdancing.
Italy?
Yeah, isn't there? No, there's like a subculture in Japan that has they all look like 1950s like the Greasers, like Fonzie.
Oh yeah.
That's not breakdancing, but still,
No, that's swing dance.
there's got to be something else
It's like a Gap commercial.
that's in the breakdancing.
I could see South American countries being good. Really, Asia, all of Asia, I think could put up a fight in breakdancing.
Yeah.
But we have to. Or those Russian dancers, the ones that like bend their knees and get real low. Those dudes could probably breakdance.
You know, breakdancing it's called b-boying.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what it was. They're like b-boys.
B-boys are doing it.
Are they b-girls? B-women?
Yeah. Be women. For sure. There's got to be female breakdancing as well. Okay.
Korea, Netherlands, Japan, Britain, France, Russia, Ukraine, USA.
We can't lose to
I
England.
feel like Japan's going to be
Ukraine.
I might bet on Japan if there's odds.
You think Ukraine's got it like that?
Yeah, they might. They might. Okay, my who's back. I have 2. One is Jerry Rice. Did you guys see him at the American Century Classic?
And was beat the
Championship?
shit out of a reporter.
So a Chiefs reporter, a Kansas City reporter, basically asked if the Chiefs have a good enough wide receiver core to win a Super Bowl, which innocuous question, but could be trolling. Jerry Rice was basically like, "You want to start something? Like I'm about this," and challenged him to a fight. And then afterwards told the question was like, but he was clearly trolling. I love this from Jerry Rice because a guy going that ride or die with your franchise so far after you played is so awesome. That's the best.
Goal Argentina.
Yep. Oh,
Offsides Argentina.
Offside should be taken out of
Psych.
soccer. There should be no offside.
No, I do like that. Why does Jerry Rice have a rivalry with the Chiefs?
They've beaten him twice in the Super Bowl.
Was it about that, or was it
think
about
so.
going back to like his playing days?
No, I think they beat him twice in the Super Bowl. Like he's so ride or die Niner gang. Like I fucking love that.
I respect that then.
Yeah.
I do.
That's
and
awesome.
I gained a lot of respect for Jerry Rice this week because I found that he was staying at Margaritaville.
Yeah, he was with the boys.
Which dude likes to get after it. You know that.
Margaritaville rocks. My other who's back is the Espys. I had no idea they happened.
Yeah. It's fun.
The highlights I saw were Serena Williams making fun of Harrison Butker.
Mm-hmm.
And Drake. And then Lamar Jackson winning Play of the Year for his pass to himself in the second quarter of a game he lost.
Yeah,
as a home favorite.
That was funny. What were the other nominees for Play of the Year? Was it just a bad year of plays?
Drew Tranquil's tackle on Lamar Jackson was a better play.
Yeah, he would score
in that play. Or how about Snead's forced fumble?
Yeah.
Those were better plays in that game.
Yeah, it was a very underwhelming play to win Play of the Year, but stay woke. That's probably how ESPN gets people talking about the ESPYs.
True. Yeah, also, we had Steve Gleason, who's a hero. Love Steve Gleason, who's been battling ALS for a long time. They did, he said, I should have been dead years ago, and then the camera cut right to DeMar Hamlin.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's crazy.
The one thing that the ESPYs are great for every year is when I know they're on, I don't watch them, but what I do is I go to YouTube and I watch Norm Macdonald's introductory roast that he did at the ESPYs.
They definitely,
and that's awesome.
That was not the normal time of the ESPYs. They slipped it in on a Thursday when no one was expecting it.
I think that's what they do every year. I think you never expect it.
But yeah, the play of the year, that was quite something. Speaking of which, the Takeys, because ESPN has decided we used to run the Takeys opposite of the ESPYs. We are going to run the Takeys the last week of July, so get ready.
AWL is being your best behavior.
That will be when we run the Takeys, and you guys are up for 8-time?
Yeah.
8-time?
9? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 9.
9?
9, Pete.
Guys suck at math. I hate it. Why is it so hard to count years?
Because you have to count the first one, because we did it year 1.
That's true. 9 times?
Yeah, there was no year 0.
We've been doing that. What are we going to do for a decade?
Live show.
No, that's
with
crazy.
The Blakes.
No way.
Yeah. You're crazy.
Live show.
You're crazy, Hank.
Fuck that.
You're crazy.
Live show.
But yeah, we should.
A decade. What about when this show is old enough to drive? That's going to be crazy. Think about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other who's backs? There's some good who's backs, boys. Let's do our Mount Rushmore.
Jordan Addison's back.
Oh yeah, did he?
DUI. Apparently, he was parked like in the left lane of a highway next to LAX.
Oof.
And so this is the same Jordan Addison that I think was driving 140 miles an hour last year.
Oof.
And so this time, make up your mind, California Highway Patrol. Do you want your guy driving 140 miles an hour or 0 miles per hour?
Yeah.
Because it seems like he can't do anything. Jordan Addison can't exist.
Dang, you should get a Jordan Addison jersey.
We're about to find out how many DUIs or how many times drunk driving Kevin O'Connell has under his belt.
Why is that?
To see what the suspension's like for him.
Yeah, that's true.
If he's thousands of times.
By the way, we have I believe the Bears are the first. Who are the Bears playing in the Hall of Fame game? I should know this. The Bears are reporting to camp today.
That's crazy.
So football is so close to being back. They are playing the
Texans.
Bucs. Texans. That's right. Texans. Why? Who's going to the Hall of Fame for the Texans?
The Texans? I don't know. Not Arian.
Yeah. Okay.
That was mean. I'm sorry.
That was mean.
Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson. Is he?
He's going in, yeah.
Oh, there you go. By the way, we should actually mention a couple sad losses. We lost Jacoby Jones.
Yeah.
That was very sad. And what are you looking at me, Hank, or Max, for? Jacoby Jones passed away. Raven legend. Obviously, the incredible catch in Denver and the kick return in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monty Kiffin, all-time football guy. So we've had a string of deaths. Yeah, really sad.
Tampa 2 defense architect Monty Kiffin. Jacoby Jones also had that iconic play where Mike Tomlin tried to trip him on the sidelines. Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
Where he accidentally stepped on the field on purpose?
Yeah, really sad. I think he was 40.
Yeah.
I just gave that look because I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that was breaking news to me.
Yeah, very sad. And then Shannon Doherty too.
Oh, really?
2-0. Yeah,
damn.
Happened like a flurry.
It was a tough weekend.
I know. Okay.
You know what? No, I was about to say something crazy.
What?
Should we just be an anti-death podcast?
Well, we have the Still Alive Person of the Year award, which we just gave Jimmy Carter another 3 weeks.
Yeah. Jimmy Carter's never going to die.
He's never going to die. Well, what? He just doesn't wake up some days. That's totally different than dying.
Yeah.
All right, let's do our Mount Rushmore before we get to Baker Mayfield. It's brought to you by our friends at BetterHelp. Pardon My Take is sponsored by BetterHelp. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it's easy to envy other people's lives. It might look like they have it all together on their Instagram, but in reality, they probably don't. Therapy can help you focus on what you want instead of what others have, so you can start living your best life. Go talk to a therapist. It's super easy. It's helpful to learn those positive coping skills, how to set boundaries, how to make yourself feel better in your own life and not worry about other people. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/PMT today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PMT. BetterHelp.com/PMT. Get started today. 10% off your first month and work on yourself. It's worth it. It's worth it. BetterHelp.com/PMT. Okay. Mount Rushmore of video games in honor of EA College Football coming back. But before we do that, we have tasked ourselves with coming up with Mount Rushmore punishments that we are going to then decide for and then pick out of a hat.
Yep.
So, boys, do we have them?
I've got some, yeah.
I've got a couple.
I got 2. I brought 2 of them to the plate.
I brought 4, but 2 of them are really bad.
Hank, how many do you have?
1.
Max, you got 2? Memes, how many do you have?
Memes has got 1.
Memes has 1.
Memes have 1.
All right, how do we want to start this?
Can't watch a single NBA game or highlight until January 1st.
Can't watch highlights. How do you please
That's
the
not
highlights?
fair. We're a sports podcast.
I don't like that either.
It was because Bulls and the Wizards are going to be taking.
It is going to be bad basketball, yeah.
But you literally cannot see a second of NBA until January 1st.
I don't like that one.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
We'll keep working.
Was that one of your good ones or your bad ones?
That was one of my bad ones.
Okay, good. I was hoping that was a bad one.
I have a bad one and a good one. My bad one, you have to be locked in a dog crate for 12 hours.
Oh, my God. That's bad. On Mitt Romney's car?
Yeah, and then driven around town.
Okay. I had coach seat middle for the rest of for an entire year. Every time we take a trip.
That'd be bad.
That'd be really bad.
Bad, but for the viewers.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's really no
That was
content.
my other bad one. I have two ones that are good for the viewers. One is almost impossible.
I have 2 viewer ones.
Okay, here's my first viewer one. Loser has to build a full-size Chevy Silverado out of Legos. I
Okay.
looked it up. It takes like days and days and days.
Okay. That's not bad.
I mean, it would be pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not, but it's not a bad punishment.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine was you have to make a TikTok every day until you get 100 million likes.
Whoa. Okay.
TikTok a day.
Wait, 100 million like
That
total
sound-
or
that sounds
on
like
one?
a lot of likes.
No, total.
Oh,
So it's like
okay,
you can
okay,
go
okay,
viral
okay.
a couple times.
Okay.
But
Okay, I don't hate
If you
that.
can't-
Now, does this have anything to do with the fact that you're in last place and you've kept on saying, muttering under your breath this past week, I got to get my TikTok popping off?
no, I'm just thinking.
Do you mean like
Okay.
you mean on your personal
Okay.
TikTok?
It can be on the PMT one.
So for reference, memes, how many likes does our biggest TikTok have? Our biggest post.
Let me pull it up.
Okay.
100 million is also like we could change the number.
That seems like a lot, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the whole account has 97.4 million likes.
The whole.
So-
100 million seems like a lot.
Yeah.
All right,
Hank
so
just
50
wants
million.
this thing
Hank-
to pop
yeah.
off. Okay. All right. So is that one going in the hat?
I think that would be because it would be miserable.
It would be good for the viewers.
But what are they? So what if you don't get that many likes?
You just have to keep making TikToks every day.
Yeah. What's the
can't-
punishment if you get
You can't stop.
soul patch?
You have.
If you miss a day?
I guess, yeah.
Well, PFT would choose to do a soul patch.
Okay.
Would I?
Soul patch if you miss a day.
Why would I choose to do soul patch?
I don't know. You do weird shit with your facial hair all the time.
It's true.
Okay.
We can modify it
Yeah.
for PFT.
Our most liked one is 1.4 million.
Okay. Soul patch if you miss a day, though, Hank. Because I think you would miss a day.
I think we need to work. The number is a lot. Memes have been doing this. He's been posting
I like it. It should be a
6
punishment,
a day
though.
for like years, and we're.
It's got to be a
All
punishment.
right, so it's called 50.
But even 50
That's
is
a lot.
is so many.
Hey, it's a punishment. No one wants to do a punishment. All right. PFT, what's your real one?
That you have to make a swimsuit calendar and be a ring girl at Rough and Rowdy.
Oh, I like,
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Compete. You have to compete in the ring girl competition too.
Okay.
And then the swimsuit calendar is obviously like the ring girl.
I like
swimsuit
that a
calendar.
lot.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Okay. Max?
I have 2. The first one, You have to lock in a room and get a nine darter.
Oh man,
I like that.
What's the 9-darter again?
100. You have to get
501, but it's
Yep.
3 triple 20s.
There's different combinations
Yeah.
Oh,
to
that's
do
a
it, but
good one.
That seems hard.
9-darter.
Okay, mine was similar, but
that would be impossible. But
break LeBron's all-time scoring record. 40,000 points.
Okay, so like
And you'd have to do it.
20,000 shots.
You'd have to do it. You couldn't just stand underneath and shoot layups. Like we would break it down. We'd have Kirk Goldsberry get us the exact breakdown.
You have to hit every shot.
Mid-range, 3-pointers, free throws, and dunks would obviously be. Maybe we get a trampoline and have to do dunks.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
The dunks would be funny.
Maybe we lower the rim for the dunks.
Yeah. I think you have to dunk too,
Yeah.
because that would take a long ass time and it would be a funny stream.
We think like an 8-foot rim.
Yeah, we'd wheel in an 8-foot rim, so you'd have a dunking rim.
Yeah.
And you just have to go like we could actually get Goldsberry to probably break it down year by year.
Well, Hank will be able to use the normal
That's
rim by
true.
then. So
It would take a long ass time. I mean,
That's a
how
good
many
one.
threes has he made? LeBron's threes. All right, and then so wait, and then memes. You have one? He's hit 2,400 threes.
Okay. That would take forever.
Really long time.
What about, okay, so one of the other bad ones I had that I just kind of forgot about until just now. Do you think we could get a cast? Like a doctor would put a cast on us?
Actually,
So like get your right hand in a cast for, I don't know, 2 weeks?
my friend Dr. Dan.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, he actually did this. This was a yak challenge once. He put a cast on Roan. Roan had to have a cast for an entire week.
That's right. Yeah. I forgot about
But
it.
Dr. Dan hit me up and he said, what he said, you could do a full body cast for an entire Sunday. Would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Or for a week, yeah, you cast your legs and your hands.
Yeah. Both legs in a cast would be fun.
Both hands, both arms. That would be pretty good for an entire week. I think we should throw that in there.
I also like the idea, maybe like having to read a script, like a screenplay of a really long movie, and act out all the characters.
Ooh, that would make you
Put on a
I like that.
performance.
Yeah.
I also had another one of a disc golf hole-in-one.
Oh, I love that.
So-
Okay, so we got some good ones that we
Yeah.
put in the hat. So we're going to put – wait, Memes, what was yours?
Loser has to complete the dune hike in Michigan.
What's
I
that?
saw this on TikTok yesterday. That looks miserable.
You have to go up the dune?
Yes. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know the dunes, but how
It,
Max, pull it up.
it looks. I went through like a TikTok rabbit hole of this.
– okay, so all right, so we have fully going into the hat, PFT's ring girl, my LeBron points with dunks, the should we do the cast?
Yeah.
Throw the cast in there?
Should we go both arms and both legs, or should we go?
Both arms, both legs for a week.
I think it would be better if it was either only arms or only legs. Because if it's arms and legs, you can't get around.
All right, so a person gets to decide.
Yeah.
Hank's TikTok one, which Hank just
Hank-
grow your own TikTok, dude.
You know what, Hank? You can do that. Yeah, you can do that right now.
You wouldn't want to do it. That's why you don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, that's why I put it in there.
Yeah.
It counts. And then the 9-darter.
Wait.
And then the dune hike.
Okay.
What?
The 9-darter might be the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
No,
Those
no,
will
no.
all be in a hat, and the loser of Mount Rushmore will have to pull it out.
Maybe we can do. I think like the details might change, but what we pull out of the hat will be the thing.
Yeah.
Like we may have to do some stipulations for some of them.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Yeah.
those will all be the things in the hat.
Right.
Okay. I like it.
Okay.
I like it. We all brought one. There's there's ones that you clearly wouldn't want to do. And then I'll say this too, when we do the hat, so there'll be like 5 or 6 things.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're allowed a veto, but you have to say it before you pull it.
Which one you don't want? Yeah.
No. You have to say veto before you pull it.
Oh, veto, like I'm pre-vetoing the
yeah.
first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So let's do the Mount Rushmore today. Mount Rushmore video games in honor of EA College Football. Best video games ever. In honor of EA College Football being back. We streamed it tonight. It was incredible.
Yeah, it was the best.
Game is back in our lives.
It feels good.
Yeah, Doug's. We decided a new team for Doug's, so I'm going to stream 7:30 Central on all of our channels. tonight, Monday night, and I'm going to be the OC of Washington State. So the Pac-2. It's going to be electric. But let's do this. What is the order?
So I'm going first, right? Because Max went first in sandwiches.
What's the standings, too, Memes?
I think I'm last. Yeah.
Say the standings.
No, wait. Yeah, no. It'll be
person's
PFT, Big
on the
Cat,
ground.
Hank, me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
What was that, Hank? Under your breath?
Another person's on the ground.
Oh, in soccer.
That person on the ground.
So
Also, for all the heat last week, you beat me by 1% in sandwiches, PFT.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
talking about
We
me?
should say, too, because there was the guy, PMT Stats and Info, does a great job of calculating and following along. Shout out to him. He's an awesome AWL. Meme screwed up the poll, and he set it for 24 hours. So we watched it, and 3 hours is what we've been setting it for, so we called it final after 3 hours.
Yeah.
So
But I don't think anything changed.
No, I won.
No, it did.
I
It
won
did?
sandwich, but then
He won
Max
that. He won the
passed me.
3 hours, but I won the 24.
24.
But
Okay.
we said we agreed.
We agreed
the
on
three,
it. We agreed on it.
But my list was good.
Okay.
Hank, that's I
not
don't know
good
why.
enough for
I don't
3
know why you
hours.
felt the need to come at me, Hank. We're just in a positive
Bigger
mood
sample
today.
size, so you could argue that.
Now you're just being a jerk about it, Hank.
No, it's just a fun fact. A little note.
It is a
What was the fun fact?
I got a lot of heat, and PFT only beat me by 1%.
Yeah, tell you what, I'm happy with my sandwich draft. If I had to do
too.
it again, I looked at it and I was like, that is to me a perfect draft.
Same.
Stayed true to myself.
Same.
Okay, so Memes, what are the standings?
Big Cat 18, Max 18, PFT 13, Hank 11.
Interesting.
Someone did note Max, unfortunately for us. They're like, no shit, Max and Big Cat are in the lead. They've done 2 food drafts and a worst places to shit.
Yep. Yep.
Touche.
We've done other ones.
Touche.
You guys
That was
are-
just this past
get
week.
Fastballs groove down the middle at you.
All right, so this one, video games, I'm going to say right now, PFT and I might be at a disadvantage because I have not played video games for a long time. We'll see how the voting goes.
I mean, this is Hank. This is Hank written.
The
all over it.
I did a brain dump of all my favorite video games, and there are very few that are recent. But
Okay.
we're gonna do it. All right. So what's the order?
I go first, then Big Cat, then Hank.
I'm
then Max.
second.
Yep.
Shit. And we agreed if you take a franchise, you get the whole franchise. You
Yeah.
don't, not years. You can pick a specific year, but yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But if you pick a specific game, no one else can pick something from that franchise.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. First off the board, I'm going Grand Theft Auto,
Okay.
GTA. Classic game, reinvented game, badass game. Every release that they have, it's all you play for the next like 2-3
Good
months.
answer.
You can do anything in that game. Fantastic.
Great pick.
Good pick.
Definitely on my list. Okay. I will go with something more recent, but I've played it for 20 years now because I remember playing it in like 05, 06. I'll go with Call of Duty.
Yep.
Call
Okay,
of
good
Duty
pick.
is just a timeless. Whenever they come out with a new one, and it has everything. You can play the story mode. Obviously, playing online is awesome. I was playing online Call of Duty in 06, I want to say. Fucking rocked. So much fun. Okay. Hank.
I will go with the timeless classic, Mario Kart.
Good pick.
Great pick. Great pick, Hank.
Probably the game. I don't know. I was trying to think of the games I've spent the most time playing, and
Yep.
that one's definitely up there because you play when you're a kid, you play when you're older. Mario Kart, it's a timeless classic.
Yep.
What's Mario Kart?
It's when you
Drink while you're playing.
start the race and you have to finish a beer before you finish. So you can't drive while you're drinking.
So it's only when you like spin out?
No, you have to like pace yourself. It's like you have to stop, drink. So you have to drink as fast as you can, and then also race.
Got it. Okay.
We used to
Interesting.
play up in my friend's loft, just hours and hours and hours.
That's awesome.
You play that in Stillwater too.
Great pick, Hank.
Thank you.
Favorite Mario Kart is N64?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although during COVID, I played the new Mario Kart on the
Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Also very fun.
Dude, I played
I
it
played
over
for hours.
4th of July. I played my son and his friend, so it was just me versus some 5-year-olds, and like the best feeling ever because not my son but his friend was like, "Have you ever played this before?" And I was like, "Yeah, buddy." And he was like, "I'll probably beat you," and I fucking killed him. Still, I was drifting. I was doing everything. Still came back to me. They're 5, but still felt awesome.
And every iteration of Mario Kart has been good too.
Yeah, it's the best. Okay, Max, you have 2 picks.
Well, I'll take NCAA football.
Okay.
I'll take college football.
All right, nice pick. Good pick. Pander pick.
It's a
Panda-
you
Panda
don't like
pick?
that game?
I love that game.
That's
Pander
what.
pick.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest sports games of all time.
Pander pick.
And Halo.
I never was a Halo guy.
Oh, Halo.
It's good.
Halo's awesome.
Halo,
Halo's
I
awesome.
know.
multiplayer.
I just never was.
Multiplayer. That's it. I popped my online multiplayer cherry
Yeah,
with Halo.
I was never a Halo guy. Back to you, Henry.
I'm gonna go with FIFA.
Ooh.
Okay, you're a big FIFA guy, huh?
Big FIFA guy. I don't like soccer, but FIFA and NHL. Like I didn't play hockey or like hockey. I love playing NHL. I love playing FIFA. College, the dorms. I feel like that was, I wasn't doing any learning in my freshman year of college. I just was playing FIFA all day.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with Madden. I'll take the specific one. What was the Mike Vick cover one? That one was probably the best.
Yeah.
They had that string. It was Eddie George maybe on one.
It was like 2000.
Eddie George and Ray Lewis might have been on the
There
same.
was like that string, like the early 2000s, where
yeah.
Madden just was
The Madden
so
mini
good.
games.
Yeah, Ray
It's
Lewis.
in the game.
Oh,
that was the one
best.
with the hit stick on it. Changed the game.
Yeah, that was the best. But yeah, Madden. I mean, it's timeless. I remember playing that when it first came out, when you could change when the ambulance used to go on the field.
That was so good.
Actual Madden was on the cover. But yeah, timeless game.
Okay, next up,
You have 2.
I'm gonna go with Zelda.
Also, never a Zelda guy. but
Love Zelda.
People love it.
Love Zelda.
I understand that.
And then GoldenEye.
Yep.
GoldenEye.
Great
James
pick.
Bond. Great pick.
Great pick.
Great pick.
Great pick.
Playing his odd job, messing with people.
Great pick. Okay. This is where it gets tough. There's a lot of really good games. But I'm going to stick with what I know. And I'll go Tony Hawk's Pro.
Fuck.
Good pick. Had that on my list
Loved
too.
that game so much. That was probably like right at the end of What Happened, Hank.
That was my pick. It's a good pick.
It's
Are
a
you
good
going to
pick.
now tell me it wasn't a video game?
No, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 Elite.
It is. It's such a fucking fun game. And incredible soundtrack.
Incredible.
A lot of ska.
Yeah. This is a loaded draft. Everyone's got a loaded team. You're up, Hank. It's a fun game.
I'm going to go probably the only game that I've really, I guess, single player story game, Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Very fun. Spent a lot of time playing it.
But we're an anti-assassination podcast.
Oh.
It's a video game.
That's fine.
Role player game.
That's fine.
Nate.
Yeah.
My last 2 picks.
Yeah, 2.
I'm gonna go Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
Great game.
I never played that game.
It's a good game.
That was like my childhood was playing my brothers in that game.
It was shocking seeing like Donkey Kong in the same game as like Mario.
Yeah, great game.
Like Mario Kart?
Yeah, kind of like Mario Kart. Yeah.
And
You definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, I get you, though.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and Mario Party, which I played?
Way different.
Okay.
One of them's a fighting game.
Got it. There's so many good games that are being left off the list here.
Yep. And my last one is early Fortnite.
Early
You guys-
Fortnite.
Like when Prime Fortnite, because then people got angry with it once people started to get too good.
Mm-hmm.
But there was never a game that like took over an entire generation like early Fortnite did.
Where are we dropping?
Yeah, where we. It
Where would you
was
drop?
People who didn't
Where
have
would you
video-
drop?
Oh, where
He's
would I
asking
drop?
you a question.
Where would you drop?
Tilted if we're with the boys, but Junction was my if I'm trying to win. That was my spot early
Were you
on.
Bush's guy?
Tomato Town.
Tomato Town was great. Pleasant Park.
You would go to
camped.
Tomato Town. You're Italian.
No, yeah, Tomato Town was good.
Yeah.
My one buddy used to play with the Tomato Man, Matt. Shout out, he's definitely listening.
Shout out, Matt.
Shout out, Matt.
Would he kiss you?
Probably for sure.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, early Fortnite.
Okay. Good pick. Hank.
I'm going to go with, I was going to take Fortnite even though it was a Pander pick. I didn't play that much Fortnite. I'm going to,
Personal pander pick.
well, I'm fighting at the bottom of the leaderboard. I'm looking for points, but I will go with my heart. Like I said, game I played the most, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Ooh.
Okay.
Great game.
Not familiar with that game.
Great game. It was like original Call of Duty.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with one classic. I have a lot of games that are honorable mentions, as I'm sure you guys do, and people are gonna be very mad at this list because there's some like heavy hitters that have not been mentioned. NBA Jam.
Okay. All right.
NBA Jam was the best. Growing up, the Sega Game Gear.
Ah, yes.
Oh, you don't know what that is. Yeah. It's when it was a Game Boy, but with color, but not Game Boy Color. Sega Game Gear was, that was what it was called, right?
Game Gear was the handheld.
Yeah, the
one that
handheld
put out.
Sega, yeah. But also playing it on Sega was the best. I think it's NBA Jam 2, but whatever. Tournament
Edition was the one. Yeah.
That was so awesome. But yeah, that game was the best.
He's heating up.
I don't know. You guys can maybe speak to it, like basketball games, but like I kind of never got into basketball games except for NBA Jam.
Oh, I love 2K. 2K. I used NBA Live game and then like 2K. I think 7. Switched over to 2K and 2K7 to like 2K. I mean, it's still good now, but
yeah,
because I would just play. Me and my brother would play a one-on-one game, so like Madden, NHL, 2K, and 2K. We would play like best of 7 series where you have to win a 7-game series to win a game.
Yeah,
NBA Jam was super simple. That's what made it so fun.
Yeah, it was the best.
You couldn't stop the Charlotte Hornets.
No,
Alonzo
or Chris Mullin on the Warriors.
Chris Mullin on the Warriors is really
put him in
good.
the corner.
Yep,
all day.
Mark Price on the Cavs was awesome.
All
in that game.
day.
Michael Jordan was not in that game, right?
No, he was not. You could play with Bill Clinton.
Could you?
Yeah, there was a code to play with Bill Clinton.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Okay, so for my last one.
Last pick.
This is a big one. This is a big one, and I was thinking about going with 2K on this one. NBA.
There's no way you played NBA 2K.
So I'm going to go with MLB The Show.
Oh.
MLB The Show.
Okay.
Great baseball game. You know the one that I'm talking about, too.
Yeah, but listen, there's been a positive Mount Rushmore. I had a different baseball game on my list.
What was it called? What was the one with Manny Ramirez?
MVP baseball 2005 was the greatest
was that
baseball
the one with Manny?
play. Yeah, the greatest baseball game. I think 04 as well was very good.
04 was the one with Pujols, I think.
Yep,
That was
awesome. The greatest baseball game ever created.
I fucked up.
That was the greatest baseball game ever created. It was so fucking good.
I don't think you fucked
played
up
that game.
I fucked up. That's the game I meant to pick.
But the graphic, like MLB The Show, will be more popular on the graphic, but
I don't know.
That's not even the second best because Ken Griffey Baseball was better too. Ken Griffey Baseball was the second best behind MVP Baseball.
I meant to pick MVP Baseball. I meant to pick the one with Manny.
Nope, you didn't.
Remember, like they had the mode where you could play in like a living room.
Yeah, I didn't get funky with it. I'm also now remembering I used to play Ken Griffey Baseball for N64 was awesome as well with Randy Johnson would throw so fucking fast. But yeah, the MVP Baseball 04 and 05, Pujols Manny, those two versions were so elite.
I can't believe I just did that.
Sounds like you didn't play it.
No, I did. That was my favorite game.
I'd never make that mistake.
Not the show.
Yeah. That's tough.
Right. I might look into it, though. There might be enough The Show fans out there.
Yeah. All right. We have so many honorable
I know. I missed one that I wish I forgot until after my fourth pick, NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
And MLB Hits.
Yeah.
Also had a short run.
Slugfest was another one.
Or that's what I was thinking. MLB Slugfest. I think it was NHL Hits.
The old one, the old guy games that I had that I dumped, NHL 94.
Yep.
Elite. When I was... What would I have been 9 years old? My parents didn't want to get me a video game console because they're like, you'll just be addicted to it, which credit to them, they were right. So for my birthday one year, I got to rent. I think it was what is it? It must have been Sega Genesis. I rented Sega Genesis for the weekend from Blockbuster, and I just took it with me everywhere. Like I remembered, like I had to go to like a family party or something, and I literally brought it in a suitcase and was like, "Where's your TV?" And just went to their basement and just kept on playing NHL 94 because I was like, I have 3 days to play this game. I'm gonna play it and not sleep.
And it's such a good game too, with blood on the ice.
Yeah, the best.
The wraparound was unstoppable.
Yeah. So NHL 94, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Mortal Classics.
Kombat. Yep.
Classics. Mario 64 was an incredible
Mario
game.
64. I was kind of upset that I didn't pick that.
Yeah, that is an incredible game. Because I feel like that was the first ever game that like you could walk everywhere.
And that's a game that came. It was like when you bought the Nintendo 64, it came with the Mario one.
It came with cool Wave Runners. Wait, what was that game?
Wake Surfer?
No,
Wakeboarding?
Wave. Fuck. It was like Wave Runners or something.
Oh,
That was the game that it came with.
I know what you're talking about.
Wave Race. Wave Race was the game that I think it came with. But Mario 64 was a hugely popular game for that.
I had some old ones too. I had Doom on my list.
Okay.
Doom changed video gaming for sure. Mortal Kombat was on my list. SimCity.
Yep.
Wii Sports.
Yep.
Wii Sports was elite.
Sports. That was a great game.
Yep.
Just Windows Pinball.
Yep.
Just one where you're the astronaut.
Nokia Snake.
Tetris.
Nokia Snake was a lot.
Tetris is a good one. Digital Combat Simulator, DCS, a classic. Everybody knows that one.
Mario
Party 2, but I didn't want to do Mario Kart and Mario Party 2, but
yeah. Mario for Game Boy was great.
I always thought Mario Party was a little boring. I played it a lot because it's like a good like group
yeah.
game to play. But I always thought it was like a little bit boring. You could
Kirby?
never play it by yourself.
I didn't. My parents wouldn't let me have a video game system either till I was way older. So my neighbor, we would just play the 4-player game.
You just that was
Crash Bandicoot,
actually genius by
Banjo-Tooie.
our parents to be like, if we don't buy a video game system, they'll just not be here.
Yeah, that was
essentially
what
what
the second I could go to my neighbor's house, I would be there.
The other one was
Did you say Banjo-Tooie?
Banjo-Tooie, elite 4-player.
What was
game.
Banjo-Tooie?
It's the sequel of Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even know.
Crash Bandicoot. The other one was my best friend growing up. We would
Star Fox 64.
We weren't allowed to play his N64 during the week, and his dad would take the power cord. So he would hide it, and we spent the entire week looking for it. And then after like I don't know 6 months, we realized he was just literally putting it in his car and taking it to work every day. It was fucking brutal. So we'd spend like every day just looking for a power cord.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
Pokemon Red on Game Boy.
I was just about to say that Pokemon Game Boy.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero, Rock Band.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic
Sonic's a
2
good one.
was the best. Battletoads I hated because it was so hard, but I played it so much. Let's see. What else did I have? Oh, did you guys ever play? This is actually one of my, if I did like personal favorites that I don't even know if anyone else played, Twisted Metal 2 for PlayStation.
I never got into that, but I've heard it's really good.
Thumper, Axel, Sweet Tooth.
SSX,
what a
SSX
game.
Tricky.
What's
on
that?
I never played
PS2 was a snowboarding game. It was sick.
I never played that.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
That whole series.
Minecraft.
People love that.
Star Fox.
Star Fox
Fox is
64.
great.
Oh, you said Star Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best. Oh,
We have a tornado.
is that tornado?
Tornado in this area. Take shelter now.
People are going to be so mad about this.
Yeah, this is gonna fuck people up.
Yeah. I almost like don't want to cut it either. 'Cause
No,
I want people
don't
to get
let
pissed.
them live it.
Yeah.
I mean, all that talk about a
told
tornado
them.
not
Yeah.
hitting the
Yeah,
city earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked it up more. It's because there's 3% of the country is city.
Update
Yeah,
the
so
other
there's
player on
Very
the
high
floor.
chance.
On the
Oh, that's a
pitch.
good update. All right, this was a good Mount Rushmore. I think this graphic, like, people are gonna be pissed that we missed a couple of them, but we did say them in honorable mention.
Yeah.
So just wait till you get to this point. Oh, memes.
God of War would have looked good on a graphic. Destiny is also one of the greatest
See,
video
this-
games of all time.
This is where this is gonna piss people off so
Yeah,
bad.
people are going to be so pissed. And
This
also,
is-
nerds are going to be mad about our list.
Yeah, I mean,
Skyrim.
well, that's where like what memes just said. I never played any of those games. I picked games that I played. Like I know that I'm not. I stopped playing video games probably in like 06, 07, like religiously, and so I missed some.
Means what was the game you could play at Disney characters?
Oh,
Kingdom Hearts.
Final
Final
Fantasy.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. I played
Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts.
Hearts.
Final Fantasy.
That was my
also
favorite
very
game
good.
Kingdom
growing
Hearts
up,
was
but
fun.
it's like super nerdy, and I was always embarrassed to say that I loved it.
My cousin played that a lot. I played it with him.
I played
was
it
fun.
all the time, and I got like everyone like the day it came out.
Final Fantasy, you had to start the game and then just sit on your couch for like an hour while it told you what the story was. That's the part I never got past with that game. I know that people that
Warcraft.
play it, they absolutely love it.
The Batman video games are also like the greatest video games of all time.
Oh yeah, and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man games
Those
are
were good?
awesome.
Was it Arkham
Spider-Man
City?
games are so
Yeah,
fun.
I'm out of it. Did you guys play Cool Borders?
Never heard of it.
Damn.
Was that like California games?
1080. That game?
No, it was like actually just snowboarding.
Oh,
Last of Us, also a very good game, which was turned into a movie or a TV show.
Paperboy.
I stopped watching it after the second season. No, wait,
Or
that's
second,
not.
There
What
was
was
only
the
one
one?
season.
No, I stopped watching. You should do Mount Rushmore of shows you stopped watching. What was the one
Game of Thrones 1-1.
where the apocalypse killed like half of the world and then they all had to like convene somewhere?
Sounds
Walking
like
Dead?
Last of Us.
No.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like The Last of Us.
How many seasons was Last of Us?
1.
No, it was something else. It was with that guy Justin Theroux. Fuck, this is gonna drive me nuts now.
1080.
President of Canada.
No, different guy.
What was the Wave Runner game on N64? What was it
Wave
called?
Race.
No, there was another one though.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
It was PS2.
Oh
Could have
yeah,
been on the list. Yeah.
great game. Justin Theroux. What is his name?
NBA Street. NFL. What was it? Oh,
NFL
there was
Blitz.
NFL. There was NFL Street too. Jet Moto, was that what it was called?
The Leftovers. Did you guys watch The Leftovers?
Never watched it. No.
Jet Moto
Jet Moto.
on PS2. Yeah.
Cruising USA.
Oh yeah, that's a arcade game, but great game.
Yeah, I think it was also for like.
Wait, we might
Or-
just get hit by a tornado now.
I think we might have mushed a tornado.
This is crazy.
Reverse jinxed it. Let's see.
Well, now we can't because we have DirecTV. This is the last part I'm going to take you over to listen to. That's nuts.
I can't die before NFL season.
God damn it, that would suck.
I
so
can't.
bad.
We made it this far.
If we die, if we
Bears
all
and the
die,
Commanders are about to be so good.
hopefully this goes out. Make sure you release all the interviews we did because we did some awesome ones.
How much do you think this episode would be worth if we all died, but like someone could go to the computer and get the
Shkreli would
footage?
buy it for sure.
Yeah, only
Like,
one person can
yeah.
listen to it.
Yeah, and then they would listen to it and be like, "These motherfucking idiots! They were saying the tornadoes can't hit cities." All-time mush job. Wow, people would never know we're anti-assassination. All right, good Mount Rushmore. People are gonna be pissed, but I think we nailed it. I feel strong about everyone's 4.
I feel great about my 3. The show that's up in the air now.
But Max is right. MLB show might play better on the graphic, even
Some people,
though
some people love it,
it's
but
not
real
even
ones
the
know they're
third, yeah.
baseball.
yeah. Okay, let's get to our interview with Baker Mayfield, PFT.
Yeah, before we get into our interview with Baker Mayfield, it's brought to you by Cars.com. I love Cars.com. I went shopping for an El Camino on Cars.com. Whoever wins the Cars.com parking spot here at Barstool Sports will have plenty of extra time to create an account with Cars.com and track their car's value. We've got a parking spot right out front. That's right, the employee parking spot. Cars.com sponsors it. The winning employee will get the most prized parking spot at Barstool, but we can all grab some very valuable insights into our car's value with Cars.com. It's the Your Garage feature. The Barstool employee parking garage is frustrating, but Cars.com's new feature, Your Garage, is anything but. Your Garage lets you see your car's value up to 60 days in the future, so you will know if selling today gets you a better deal than a few weeks from now. Track your car's value so you can know exactly what to expect when you're ready to sell. Track your car's value on Cars.com. And now here's Baker Mayfield.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. He's a recurring guest. It's our Chill Week interviews presented by Coors Light and Chevy Silverado. The $100 million man. Congratulations. It's Baker Mayfield. It's been a while. It's awesome to have you back on. We were just saying it. You've been through everything since we've last had you on. But congrats on the contract. Let's start there.
Yeah. No, settled into Tampa now. Yeah, like we were talking about, went through a couple dirty laundry cycles there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Tossed and turned. Didn't come out clean a couple times, but no, we love Tampa now. So much that we're going to try and sell our Texas house and be full-time Floridians. Which is kind of, as a proud Texan, it's wild to say.
It's weird. There's that natural rivalry. Like the certain states that think of themselves as their own country. You got Texas, California, Florida.
Texas is its own country.
It was.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, and now you're like a Floridian. You're a Florida man.
Yeah.
Florida man, Baker
I
Mayfield.
feel like I have to start wrestling gators now.
Yeah.
Wrestling gators.
Yeah.
Trusted meth.
Or become like a retired WWE star. That's all Tampa. They all go retire there.
ED's Like I'll have to wait on that.
Just do a cycle, and then after you retire, and then you're probably gonna get a test after this.
Okay.
I can't wait to retire so I can.
Like that one comment,
random.
you're
It's
definitely
random.
gonna get a random test. All right, so I mean, it's been incredible. I feel like the story of like everything that's transpired in the last 4 years or 3 years, it's so much fun to watch because everyone, is like, oh, Baker, he's get cast off by the Browns, on the Rams, goes to the Bucks, maybe a temporary solution. Now you get re-signed. You're the quarterback, the franchise quarterback there. Was there ever a point in this whole long list of things that have gone down where you're like, is this it for me? Is like, is the league going to move on from me? Because it happens.
Yeah. No, it does. I mean, you see it quite a bit, but I'd be lying if I said no. There was definitely a point in Carolina where, going through a couple of injuries there, team wasn't playing well. We traded Christian McCaffrey. I'm like, where the hell am I right now?
Yeah. Right.
And just needing a fresh start and going to LA just for that last 5 games of the year was so unbelievable for me. Getting a fresh start, they weren't making the playoffs regardless. McVay was kind of in a bad spot at that point. They had so many injuries that year coming off the Super Bowl. And for us to both come into it the timing was perfect. I needed that to go out and say, screw it. Let me go find the fun in football again. Because the 2 years prior weren't so fun. The last year in Cleveland, as banged up as I was, looking back, everything, I truly believe everything happens for a reason. Played through injuries and whatnot. And I wouldn't change it now, obviously. But in the midst of it, should I have probably gotten surgery and sat out? Yeah, probably. But you know what? I wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
And so it got me to this point, and I learned a lot of lessons about, quite honestly, how damn stubborn I am.
Yeah.
But then getting to LA was that started I needed, and then going to Tampa last year and just trying to meet everybody, get that chemistry going, and it's a great spot.
Yeah.
I understand why people want to be there.
I remember when it was happening with the Browns, we were saying it at the time. We're like, Baker's toughness is actually hurting him because he's so hurt, but he's still out there. And then everyone's like, oh, Baker sucks. It's like, dude, he's so hurt.
Yeah. No, I like watching the film from those games now. Because after I got surgery, I had to reteach myself my throwing motion. Got with a coach and redid everything because I had manufactured having an arm stuck to my body, leg was all beat up too. It's just so many things and factors that, like I said, hindsight's 20/20. But I was a stubborn asshole.
Yeah,
yeah, but it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Sometimes, because if you take yourself out and you say, okay, I need surgery, and then people are like, well, which shoulder is it? It was your non-throwing one, right?
Yeah.
You're like, well, I'm getting surgery on my non-throwing shoulder. There'll be people that are like, Baker's not tough.
Yeah.
He should have played through this.
Yeah.
But then you play through it, and you're obviously impacted by it.
Yeah, and I think part of it was partially feeling like I was a part of the Cleveland community and the blue collar attitude of we're gonna fight through this. It's not like I'm blaming the Cleveland people by any means, but I feel like that's just that attitude that we had going into it, and everybody kind of embraced it. But I wasn't able to play to the best of my ability by any means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you get out to LA. I remember that week because I think we were all rooting for you. It was you had 4 days to learn, 5 days to learn, something like that?
Oh, it was less. I got there on Tuesday night. We played Thursday.
That's right. It was a Thursday night game.
Yeah.
What was who'd you guys play on that Thursday night game?
Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's right.
what was the process like? You land, you get off an airplane, and then you just go straight to the facility, or what?
Yeah, landed at LAX. They had a driver pick me up. Got to the facility at 10 p.m. And I've been on East Coast time. It was in Carolina, so it was. I mean, for me, it was late, and we met with OC, who's now Liam Cohen he's now in Tampa. Zach Robinson, the OC in Atlanta now, and then McVay. We sat down for a little bit, crushed some stuff for about 2 hours, and they're like, hey, you probably should go to bed. Wake up the next morning for practice, and they do a walkthrough, and they throw me in there. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? They're actually trying to get me to play.
Yeah.
And I'm at this point, I'm communicating. Emily can't travel out at that time, so I'm like, you don't need to come to the game. There's no way I'm going to play.
Right.
It's as hours go closer, I'm like, okay, there's a chance I'm going to play this game. This might actually happen. And then on Wednesday, we did a walkthrough in the morning, lunch, and then went back out to practice. And John Wolford, who's with us in Tampa now, his neck was all banged up, and he couldn't throw. So in the only live sessions they had, the short weeks are so different practice schedule-wise, but the only live sessions we had, I was throwing to those guys. And I was like, okay, this feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I might be able to do this. Thursday morning, they make me cram a little bit more, study. And
Day of the game.
Yeah. And like normally they make the guys stay in the hotel the night before. They're like, hey, just stay in the hotel, study as long as you want. So in the morning after, ride down with Carter, who's Sean's assistant, and McVeigh. We ride down to SoFi together from Thousand Oaks, and the whole way I'm like, shit, let's just do it. Let it fly. Like, what do we have to lose here?
why not?
Yeah. But like one of those things that I look back on, like, how wild is that? Like 48 hours.
Yeah, they simplify the playbook at all? Like, guys, I know he's got long names for plays.
No,
right?
I tell Sean he's an asshole all the time because they gave me a wristband. He didn't call one single play off of it. But like looking back on it, I wouldn't change a thing.
Were there points in the game where you call the play and you're like, I think I know where everyone's going, and then you snapped and you're like, nope, that's wrong, but I'm still got to get rid of the ball.
There was definitely a few times where I'd say the play in the huddle, say it right, and then I'd be like, okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Then we break the huddle, you like fake it till you make it type thing. I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. Yeah. There was a few times like that. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it did totally rejuvenate your career to the
100%.
point where it's like you saw good Baker again. People know that it's somewhere inside him.
Yeah.
And then now you've got teams that want you to be their starting quarterback next year. So
Yeah, brought the fun back, and like that's when I'm having fun, talking trash, enjoying it. Like that's when I'm at my best, and yeah, I needed that.
and it's also, I mean, again, this is nothing against Cleveland because I love, like rooting for the Browns from afar. I'm not a Browns fan, but it's like that city wants football so bad. Yeah. But there is a lot of pressure in Cleveland, like because they are so starved for success that it just is probably a totally different vibe than a LA or a Tampa.
It is. It really is. Like in Tampa, like in Cleveland, you get the stories of like, these tickets have been passed down from my great grandfather.
Right.
We've done this. We've been partying in the Muni lot for years and all that. And in Tampa, they talk about like old Sombrero Stadium, like the creamsicle jerseys. Like it was cool that we brought that back. But you get some fans like that. But it's just different when you get like those northeastern teams that are like truly generational fans.
Right. And the pressure of this whole city being like, you got to do this for us.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
It is.
That's a lot. So, all right. So this past year, it was great too watching you play this past year because it felt like old Baker where like you were doing shit where you're like, I'm just going to run the ball and try to like, run over a linebacker. Sometimes to success, sometimes not. Yeah. And like you were just jacked up in the huddle and like pumped up all the time. So did you feel like that, like you're playing some of your best ball this past year?
In the second half.
Yeah.
Second half of the year for sure. We definitely caught a groove there. Like we started out hot 3-1. Bye week was early, and then after that, I think we went 1-6 and like in a 7-game stretch right there. That it was bad, but we finally turned it around. But it was like, all right, simple is better, especially with the guys that we have in Tampa, like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Mike Evans. We're a big Mike Evans podcast. We did a whole thing on it last year where like Mike Evans does not get talked about in the way he should be. Then the fact that if he plays 3-4 more years the way he's been playing, he's a top 5 receiver of all time.
No, he is.
It's nuts the numbers he puts up.
Like if he has an average year stats wise for his records, he'll still be top 10 in touchdowns. He's up there in yards. I mean, he's had 10 seasons in a row of 1,000
yards. Yeah.
And I mean, I know he's had some good quarterbacks, but also he's had a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, right.
And he is the consistent one.
Right.
And like he doesn't get that recognition. And like I'd be remiss to say like Levante David as well, another one of those guys in Tampa that gets no recognition. The dude is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
He is. He's so good.
It does feel like the Bucs have had awesome linebackers for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Just nonstop. You've got one guy in there that should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. I remember week 1 you guys played the Vikings?
Yep.
Yeah, so there was one run that you had. You tucked the ball, you ran through someone's face, and then you got up and you did you kind of flexed, and your teammates on the sideline were just jumping up in the air. They're like, yes, fuck yes. I felt like, at least from the outside when I saw that, I was like, I think the Bucs are in love with Baker Mayfield. I think they're like fully behind him. Did you know going into the season that like you had a locker room behind you ready to run through a wall, or was there a point?
It's tricky because like the whole offseason and throughout most of camp, I was still in a battle with Kyle Trask to get the starting job. And I think a lot of the guys knew what I was capable of, but they also didn't know what version they were going to get of me. And the version they got was the one that truly didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, I had nothing to lose at that point. I'm either going to be a backup for the rest of my career. I'm going to revive this thing.
Yeah.
So it was like, this is the spark plug I needed, was like that game one when I'm the starter. Let's set the tone, like a third down run or something that we needed on the line. Like, let's set the tone for the rest of the year of like what type of locker room we're going to have.
Yeah.
Swagger back.
Yeah.
Baker grabbing his nuts again. Yeah. Do you look back at any of those? You're like, I probably should have done that.
Yeah, my grandma still thinks I had an itch.
I mean, you made like that's what is the best about college football. I remember when people were freaking out about it because there's such a weird thing when it comes to college sports where because they were amateurs, you were amateurs, then not getting paid. People think like, oh, you got to be real sportsman-like. It's like, no, dude, they're fucking playing Division I college football.
Yeah.
They don't like each other.
Well, yeah, college sports are different now, but like I still look back like when the clips of that and you hear like Greg McElroy, like frat boy Alabama quarterback on the broadcast saying, oh, NFL GMs aren't going to like that.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
I actually don't think NFL GMs give a shit about that.
I think they probably would like that because it shows that you're like passionate. You got a little edge and like fuck you to you.
It depends on which, like how they evaluate, but yeah, like
I'd rather have my guy be like that than just like no emotion.
yeah, no, I like to try and please everybody, like do the political stance in the interviews and all that. Like,
Yeah.
it's just kind of fake.
Maybe bring back the nut grab. One
that's
time
a bold
this year
strategy,
against the
Coach.
Saints.
Demario might rip my head off.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
it's a bold strategy.
Yeah, it's not Kansas. The Saints aren't Kansas. That is true. You did do it against Kansas. Of all the teams, you're like, we know we're going to put up 50. That's fine.
Yeah, I did pick my battle there.
Yeah. Is it weird that you're a SEC now?
It's a little weird.
It's going to take some getting used to watching like Oklahoma versus Florida or Oklahoma versus LSU.
Yeah, like seeing, like I get the SEC questions all the time about like, oh, you guys have to play everybody all the time now. It's like, okay, but like SEC ball is good, but really the consistent ones, Georgia and Alabama. LSU has its great years and then it has its not so great years. And then you have the other teams in the SEC. And so it's like, it's still competitive ball at that time.
Yeah.
And like for Oklahoma and Texas, it's about the phicality aspect. Like that's always been the discussion about SEC. It's like
get bigger
the
on
big
the
boys
lines.
up front.
Yeah.
Like that's the difference. And
Yeah.
so, and I think it'll help recruiting wise too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do way more like inner locker room bets against your teammates though, because I feel like there's more
true.
SEC
We
players.
don't gamble.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, bets as in like
Gentlemen's like
Friendly
all by
wagers.
you have to wear you have to wear like a
T-shirt.
Yeah,
a
t-shirt.
for
Yeah, you got to wear a t-shirt.
to a press conference, and then you show
Fun
up
bets.
for the first like 5 seconds of the press conference. You're like, okay, laugh at me, all right, good, and then you just carry on about
Yeah.
your day.
Exactly.
That's probably another drug test you're going to get. They're just going to be like, how can we get him? Another one.
How many times have you been piss tested, like randomly?
When we were in 2020, oddly enough, when we were really, really playing well with the Browns, I got tested probably 11 times that year.
It's
I'm like,
random.
First of all, look at me.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a physical specimen.
Right.
What are we doing here?
It's random.
So were you on like a first name basis with the guy that comes in?
Yeah.
That's awkward.
That is awkward. Because
Those
they
guys-
got to look.
they
They got to.
look- they watch
Do they
the
stand
whole thing.
behind you?
They're very familiar. No.
They look at
Well,
your.
some of them do. Some of them don't.
Some of them look at your cock.
Some of them directly stare.
They have to watch.
The others will
piss
make
fall
sure that
out.
you don't have like a Blue Mountain State attachment.
Yeah, right. Right. Who's the guy?
Ontario Smith had
Ontario
that. He had a
Smith.
fake
The
dick.
Wizinator.
Yeah.
Fake dick that he put in, and then they caught him with it. He was going through airport security, and they're like, TSA flagged it down. They're like, "What is this fake penis?"
He's having fun.
Yeah. Do you
Just
do you ever fuck with him? Like if there was a guy who gave me a drug test and was staring at my cock,
No chance.
I would just be like, "Hey, buddy, you just gonna stand
You say
there?
that now,
Like, you gonna
but-
do something about this?"
You say that now, but like the quicker you can be in and out of
True,
that place,
true. Yeah.
the better.
True.
It's also very funny that a guy probably went to college for probably 6 to 7 years to get a degree, to get into the biomedical sphere.
Yeah.
And now your day-to-day job is just looking at dudes pissing.
Yeah. Stare at Baker's cock.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Well, listen, but the guys here all have my cock on film multiple times, so they have blackmail on me.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, then whenever we do golf videos and they try to get me pissing, and I'll just turn around and be like, "Now you can't use this." So now they have it all.
Yeah. We always say that with Big Cat, it's definitely not
Is that like
blackmail.
is that going like their safe code?
Yeah, I mean it's usually
Photo
like
box?
30 feet away, so you probably can't see anything. But
Technology nowadays, though.
It's what I use if I ever want to like sue Barstool. Be like, this is my employer, like flashing his dick at me as I'm trying to do my job.
What happens if you don't have to take a piss?
Oh, like there's like a window that you have to get it done in.
And it can't be too diluted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't just say like I don't have any pee. I just peed a second ago.
No, they'll wait.
Damn.
What, the whole time they're staring at your cock?
No, you'll leave.
That'd be funny if they stand there for 3 hours.
The best is when they just feel awkward and they like turn the faucet on.
Yeah.
Ooh, soothing sounds.
Yeah.
You try to piss so hard that you just shit yourself. Do they leave at that point? Do they watch you get cleaned up?
I do have a old teammate that we had a drug tester that really thought like his job was the most important thing in the world. And this one teammate on purpose would only go do his drug test when he had to shit.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to think who that
That
could be.
is so great. Oh, man.
What's the first initial?
I can't do it.
It's a good move, though.
He's
That's
turned his life around.
That rocks. Hey, you saw a UFO?
Yeah.
Like, but real.
For real.
What? Tell us.
Okay. So, driving home from dinner
Where?
in Austin,
Okay.
and it's like when we're driving home, we're about to cross the dam between Lake Travis and Lake Austin, and we're looking like basically looking out. It's really dark out there, and literally, like we got the screen on the car is real bright.
Yeah.
And so Emily's in the passenger seat. She's looking at her phone. This like circle shape object, like bright as hell, literally just goes from right here and goes straight down. She was looking at her phone. You know how it is like at night if you're looking at that and your eyes don't adjust to light. It was so bright that she looked up and saw it too, and it just like disappeared, like completely disappeared.
Holy shit.
And so I put that out on Twitter.
Yep.
People thought I was hammered.
No, I believe
No, I
you.
was just driving home.
Right.
And not under the influence either.
Yeah.
And
You're an Oklahoma guy, not an Oklahoma State guy.
that's good.
There's a big difference.
That's a good one.
1,000 times, Mike Cundy.
That was nice. But there was other people that reached out afterwards and said they saw the same thing.
Whoa.
That
And it
same
wasn't
night?
like we were facing towards a Tesla factory. They weren't doing any weird
Right.
shit. We were facing out towards the country.
Damn.
So when you got home, were you like, I would have just been buzzing. I would have just been talking about the UFO nonstop for the next week. Like you saw aliens.
People thought I was
maybe.
crazy at that point.
Yeah.
It's like COVID, and they thought I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, if you say you saw a UFO, people are just going to be like, that's crazy.
That vaccine hit him different.
Yeah, right. He's never been the same. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I want to see a UFO.
I really want to see one. Yeah, I've been telling myself every night I look up at the sky and I try to find one. I've never seen one, but maybe it's because I'm looking for one. It just has to
They'll
happen
find you.
to you.
They'll
One
find
day.
you.
I got a weird question for you about your time in Tampa.
Okay.
Your offense coordinator, Dave Canales.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever read his book?
I did not.
Did you know that he wrote a book?
I did. Yeah.
Did that never came up at any point?
Came up initially.
Yeah.
He owns it.
Yeah.
He owns it, and like I respect him for it. Like I didn't know anything prior to meeting him. I didn't know anything about him.
Yeah.
But like the fact that he owns it, he's upfront about it. No, I never read it though.
Yeah. Do you think he could have just done it in therapy and not written the book?
Yeah.
We were joking, like, if I were him, I would never want to be a head coach because then everyone would be like, wait, what's that book?
Yeah.
But I think that like the approach that him and his wife have about it, like
If they're open about it, then
like
yeah.
teaching lessons on it,
Yeah.
and like yeah, it's like it's a part of their story.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do you think he's going to be as a head coach?
Good. Like he's very relatable, smart guy. He took our receivers coach from Tampa with him to be the OC, Brad Idzik. Really, really good football mind. And I just think like those two guys together, like around Bryce, is gonna be good for him. But Dave's got the definition of an optimist bully. Like it could be the worst day ever. Everything could be going wrong. And he's sitting there, he's like, guys, I got the next play. And like he's got a big old smile on his face, and you're like, this guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
But no, that's literally who he is, day
Yeah.
in and day out. And like it's honestly refreshing, especially in that industry. It's like coaches are always negative, like picking apart everything, but he's complete opposite.
Yeah, he seems like a good dude. I mean, it's cool. Anytime like you start getting the wave of younger generation hires, it's cool because it does feel like that's happening right now.
Yeah, but it's also the old school generation's so entertaining to watch.
I know.
So
yeah,
good.
we need to figure out who the next like grumpy like. Yeah. We need some more fat coaches. That's something.
You haven't
that
had
we're
a fat
losing.
coach in a long time.
And Gino back.
Yeah, right. Like we got Andy Reid, Mike McCarthy, but like.
We can do
We
better.
need some fat guys.
We can do way better than that. Yeah.
It's more powerful.
Get some guys to put on some weight.
Yeah.
Get them on a strict diet.
Yeah. Let's get some fat coaches going.
Yeah.
Why not?
If the coaches are like, too young, too cool, too much of players' coaches, do you ever wish, like, I just wish, like, Bruce Arians would walk through that door and just chew me out. Just, like, call me a dumb motherfucker.
A good ass chewing's good for everybody every once in a while.
I always say that. I've always
Everybody
said that.
needs one.
Yeah.
You might not like it, but you need it.
You need it. You need it. Just a reset.
When's the last time you had your ass chewed?
Like really, really chewed.
Yeah.
Really
like
chewed.
really in depth.
Really chewed.
Like went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You thought about it for days.
Todd Haley.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic.
Todd
ass chew.
Haley.
Yeah.
Todd Haley had some really good ones my rookie year. And yeah, he tore me apart.
Yeah. Todd Haley's he's a motherfucker. But like in
But
like
he
a
did it to
football guy way. Yeah.
but he did it to everybody.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he would pick it personal unless you just like didn't give a shit. That was the only time he would like single you out. But he would let you know you're pretty damn stupid.
Yeah. He's a football guy through and through. That's for sure. Todd Haley. That's a good answer.
That's probably the last. Yeah, that was the last really good one.
Yeah.
Greg Williams?
Greg let the offense, like when they got rid of Hugh Jackson and Todd, Greg kind of let the offense do whatever. And Greg's sick in the head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like he loved the fact that I was psychotic. Loved it. Yeah. He was like, I love that shit. Just keep doing it.
I've heard that in practices, he sometimes, to the detriment of the team, if he's coaching defense, he'll just send crazy ass blitzes when the offense is trying to like work on something.
Yeah, those are the worst kind of coaches.
Yeah.
Like the ones that like script read and take all that stuff and try and win in practice. It's
Yeah.
like, that's first of all, it's not getting your defense better because you don't know what the offense is going to call in a game. Like, but yeah, he likes to bring a lot of pressure.
I would
Dial it
definitely
up.
do that.
Yeah, just dial
Like
it up.
as
You feel
someone
good.
who, the minute I realized like in 6th grade that they had half of the answers in the back of the book in math, it's like that's when I stopped learning math.
But then in the test, when you don't have the answers, what do you do?
I'd just be really bad at math.
But it's kind of different in football because you want that confidence. So in practice, if you give your guys the answers, then
Yeah.
they feel like they're superhuman.
Yeah.
I can see how that can translate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little confidence.
Did that work for the Browns in Cleveland? Did that translate?
Yeah.
Might not have.
You know
Raw
what?
deal.
It kind of did. We turned it around, wound up 7-8-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won one game in 2 years prior. You know what? Sure, it worked.
Yeah, that worked.
Baker Mayfield's being brought to you by Proper 12. AWLs, don't listen when you hear these spritzes and shandies claim to be the drink of the summer. The real ones know about the only unofficially official drink of the summer. It's the Proper PMT. That's PMTEA. PMT. It's so easy to make. You just mix up 2 parts of your favorite iced tea, 1 part of rich and smooth Proper 12, and serve it up over ice with a lemon slice. You got yourself a drink so refreshing you'll hardly be able to believe it. The Proper PMT tastes so good because it uses rich, smooth Proper 12 Irish whiskey, a delicious blend of golden grain and single malt that's aged 4 years in bourbon barrels. Because anything else just wouldn't be proper. The Proper PMT tastes like the unofficially official drink of the summer. Pick up some rich, smooth Proper 12 today and try it for yourself. Baker Mayfield's also being brought to you by Twisters. It's the return of the epic studio disaster movie. I watched Twister actually like 2 weeks ago. Great film. Fantastic film. And now we've got Twisters. It's a film about coming home, a celebration of the American heartland. This summer blockbuster is an adventure film with heart. Twisters tells the story of equal but opposing forces. Kate, played by Daisy Edgar Jones, Javi, played by Anthony Ramos, and Tyler, played by Glenn Powell. They face off against multiple storm systems converging over central Oklahoma in the fight of their lives. The film is directed by Lee Isaac Chung, the visionary filmmaker behind the Oscar-nominated film Minari. Coming out in theaters July 19th, Twisters is a film you won't want to miss. Get tickets today. Get tickets to see Twisters July 19th at twisters-movie.com. And now here's more Baker Mayfield.
Do you ever, your current coach, Todd Bowles, he's not a yeller.
No.
Do you ever want to like shake him and be like, dude, just yell at me?
No, because he's got some sly shit talking.
Oh, I like that.
Under his breath, behind the scenes. Yeah.
Because like they'll show Todd Bowles on the sideline and he just won't be talking.
Yeah.
And I know that it's
So even keel.
Yeah.
He's like, he is one of the smartest defensive minds I've ever been around. It's amazing, like going up against him in practice. But like, then his nature though is just the whole time.
Yeah.
And it never changes besides when like he's giving the defensive guys a hard time or somebody else like in team meetings. It's funny.
Do you think it would fuck the team up if he like just did like a Bob Knight type of tirade at one point and be like, what's wrong?
Good Bobby Knight
Yeah.
tirade.
He throws a chair and he's like, listen, guys, I've been holding this in for 50 years.
A lot of built up testosterone in there.
You guys are the ones that finally made me snap. That one.
I've never yelled in my life. Yeah,
That might make me feel guilty.
I know. I think it would fuck you up mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel bad.
We pushed him to this point.
We did this.
I forgot to say congratulations on being a dad.
Thank you.
Do you feel like you were stronger?
I did have some dad strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that if you're like, because I have 3 kids and like I can like put myself in a place where I think about my kids in danger and I like get that adrenaline boost.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always one of those guys that like, and I know my friends are going to listen to this. Like, I always have the conversation about like a pack of coyotes coming at us. We always have the argument about what kind of animal we could take.
Yeah, coyotes I'd fuck up.
Like right now.
Yeah.
Come on.
No problem.
They're easy. We saw a coyote like 2 days ago.
Give me 12 of them.
Yeah.
It was a bitch.
Well, what if you'd fuck up one and they'd all run?
Yeah.
They'd be scared as shitless.
Yeah. I mean, you scare the rest of the pack.
Yeah.
Just single the big one out.
Yeah, we saw a coyote. I was ready to take it. We're playing frisbee golf.
I called it back
Manliest
over
thing
to
you
us.
can do. Yeah.
It started to walk away. I howled at it.
Yeah,
I went,
little
"Ooh."
treat.
It stopped. It looked at me, and I was like, "Come on, bring it." And
Yeah.
it just walked away.
What's your move if you're doing that?
A coyote?
Yeah.
I kick everything in the nuts.
I'll tell you what I do.
No, and here's what you do: you wrap like your shirt around your arm, then you hold your arm in front. Make them bite your arm.
I think you took that from a direct like canine police training video.
I've watched a lot of videos of that Detroit urban survival guy. Yeah. So I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Then I hold it up and then just whack it in the nuts.
No,
a bunch of times.
you grab it by the throat and just snap its windpipe.
Right in the trachea.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
PETA's also going to be
Bang.
after us. After this.
No, coyotes
they learn
aren't
the lesson.
protected by PETA. No chance. There's definitely some animal like pigeons aren't protected by PETA. Raccoons, I don't think.
What's the point of mosquitoes either? Like,
Yeah,
what-
mosquitoes definitely not protected
Living
by
in Florida, they're starting to
spiders.
really piss me off.
Ticks. Ticks are the worst thing in the world. They literally exist just to like kill people.
They've ruined the term Lyme for me. Lyme
Yep.
disease.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like Corona did with coronavirus.
That's true.
A Corona and a Lyme used to be the most refreshing thing in the world. Now it's a virus and a parasite.
Yeah. Kill you and make you tired.
It stinks.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Real shame.
Real shame. All right. So has your life changed? Like having a kid, you feel like maybe this will be your best season yet because you're playing for something bigger.
I do. And like last year, I feel like there was definitely extra motivation. But just, I don't know, it puts everything in perspective too. So it's like, how do you balance knowing that there's other things outside of football, but also how am I going to support this family for the rest of their lives?
It's a mind fuck because everyone tells you what to expect, and then when it happens, you're like, well, that changed everything.
And like timing wise, like she was born early April, like it couldn't have been a better time.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it in season because like you want to be there, you want to spend your time, but also you got to pay the bills.
Yeah. All my babies were born in the off season.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
What's the season for you?
The season for us is late August till end of the NBA Finals. That's like the very busy season. So it's pretty
that's
much
like
So this is the off
so
season.
that's like
right now.
till mid-June.
yeah, it's 10 months. Yeah,
We're in the off season right now.
We're in the off season.
we're in the off. We're in show.
We're in
week.
OTAs.
Yeah.
This is OTAs right
Yeah,
here.
it's a long season.
Voluntary. You guys showed up for this?
Yeah, we did. This is phase me. This is us.
Yeah, we're good
Just
to go.
doing it. We're doing it.
There really is no off. Did you plan that out? Like we're gonna have our baby in the off season?
No, we didn't plan it. We tried for like a year and a half, and she's actually, we think, a Tahoe baby.
Oh, chill week.
We came back to the scene of the crime.
Wow.
You're more fertile out here.
Oh.
Elevation.
Elevation.
Yeah, the sperm swim faster.
Got in the cold water. Put a little Michael Phelps on.
That might have something to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you got to think about like your daughter someday listening to this.
She'll know she was
in Tahoe.
Yeah. She's going to be the chillest baby ever. Yeah. I'm definitely Tahoe baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have that happen creep in my head every now and then. Well, pretty much every day, but I just block it out. Like, they'll watch everything, and it's going to suck for me.
It is scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I'm not going to be able to tell them to, like, I'm not going to be able to say, like, hey, don't do this. It's like, what about this?
Why you did this?
Yeah, right. Like, you did this on camera.
You think about that in a game when you're like you're getting crushed by the Ravens in Cleveland. One day my future unborn kids are going to watch this game film.
Yeah.
Like, Dad stunk at
Dad
football.
got his ass beat.
Yeah. He's a tough motherfucker. I have, are you aware of Stephen Shea?
I'm not.
Okay. Bucks super fan. He actually, there was like some graphic that was like the most famous fans for every team.
Okay.
Dick Vitale won for the Bucks, and then Stephen Shea photoshopped himself over Dick Vitale, which was pretty rude of him, especially because Dick Vitale, I think, is battling cancer again. But Stephen Shea, he's a crazy Bucks fan.
Okay.
Watched this film. He's very well known in the Bucks community. I asked him for some questions.
He watches film.
He does.
He doesn't know what he's watching. So he watches film.
Well, that's what I love about the super fans.
He
Watch their
works.
film.
He works for Barstool, and when he started working for us, he was doing like ad operations. So he was very much on the business side, but he would still break down Bucks film for himself.
Yeah.
For nobody, really.
For no one.
He had the software. He would like highlight guys, and then somebody saw like one time he posted a clip, and we're like, "Why are you doing this, Steven?" And he just always has.
And he only posts good film. Like, if you guys get killed, he'll just be like, watch this guard get off. Like, wait, Steven, the Bucks lost like 33-2. And it's like, what the fuck? Yeah.
God bless you, Steven.
He's the best. He actually did say, feel free to show him this pic of us from the camp with the Jets last year. So there's the pic.
You remember?
Oh, he's got a lot of energy.
Yes.
He's got a lot of energy.
Yeah. He's done Make-A-Wish with the Bucks. He's not sick or anything. He had who threw him was it Ryan Griffin threw him a pass? I'll find the video for you and show it to you.
Oh, boy.
So anyway, Stephen Shea, diehard Bucks fan. I asked him for some questions. He said the first one was the Bucks actively sought out your opinion on their open offensive coordinator position this offseason, even though you were a free agent. What did that mean to you, and how much did that influence your decision to stay in Tampa? Pretty good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Kind of a loaded one, too.
Yeah.
God, Steven coming with the hard ones. Yeah, like, it was fun during the process, but also, like, I'm giving them input on, like, what I think we need, a similar system to what Dave had, and to benefit my attributes. And then we go through this process, and I feel like it was always a circle. Like, we'd go through that, I'd give them my input, but then also I'd take a step back and be like, wait, I don't even have a deal yet. What am I doing here?
Yeah, right.
Like, let's do this. But I think part of it was them trying to get input, get the right guy in there, that making it more enticing no matter what the deal was that was offered. But it did mean a lot during that process because that was the first time I had been asked about anything.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like they're still going to make their decision however they want to. Like, they're probably just letting me feel good about it.
But that counts.
It does.
Yeah.
And knowing that I had worked with Liam before, I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that it's cool when a team does that because, like, why wouldn't you? Your quarterback is your most important position. Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to at least hear, even if you don't use it, just hear what they have to say?
Yeah. But just the questions about what type of system, what type of guy I thought we needed.
Yeah.
Like, leadership wise, system wise, for our skill players, for our O-line, because we were so bad at running the ball last year. And so, like, how is he going to improve all that? And, like, that input, I think, they obviously did their own homework, but found out that he was the right fit.
Yeah.
So during that process, were you talking to other teams yourself?
No, wound up signing right before free agency started. But all the rumors that go around, like, agents talk, everybody talks. Like, you see some things like, I thought Atlanta was going to eventually offer if free agency came, but then they signed Kirk before that. And I thought Minnesota could be a chance. Like, you just never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
That would have been funny if you gave the Bucks the shittiest offense coordinator that you could find. You're like, yeah, I really like this guy, and then went to Atlanta. That would have been an awesome move.
That would have been smart.
Would have been a good one.
Yeah. All right. Here's the other question. This one is weird. Steve, all he cares about is football. So he only gets his news from Adam Schefter. Like, when Ukraine and Russia were going to war, Steven didn't.
3s or 6s?
These are 8s.
Lucy Breakers.
These are fours.
You want one? Shout out Lucy Breakers. So Ukraine-Russia happened. Like, he didn't find out for 3 weeks because Adam Schefter didn't tweet it. Like, that's the type of guy he is. Like, he doesn't know world news unless Schefter says it.
Okay.
Because he just that's how locked in he is on just football.
Okay.
So he said, I heard a rumor. So Schefter's his favorite guy in the world. He said, I heard a rumor that you and Adam Schefter are very tight. It's rare in this day and age for a newsbreaker and a player he reports on to be good friends. How did this beautiful friendship blossom? And what are your favorite qualities about Schefter?
Did he just do an ad lib, like throw in the adjectives in there?
This is a real question. He said,
Beautiful
"What
friendship blossom?"
and also, what are your favorite qualities about Adam Schefter?" He's a weirdo.
I'll say Steven's a gem.
Yeah, he is quite something. He's quite something.
No, Adam and I actually are close.
Okay,
That's accurate.
So he got the rumor right.
yeah, he got the rumor right.
Favorite qualities?
Favorite qualities. I think he's just like, as much as they do the breaking news stuff, like if you have a conversation with Adam, he's one of the media members you can actually trust that if it's off the record,
Yeah.
it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like he actually will keep it close to the vest.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those guys that are like high up there, you got like Rappaport or Pelissero, like those guys, I think those are the qualities that like, because Adam was doing it before anybody.
Yeah.
And he's done it for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, we love Schefter. We have him on once a year at the Combine.
He's a good dude.
He is.
gives
He's a great
good
dude.
Christmas gifts too.
Yeah. Are you on the
get one?
list?
He sent us baby gifts too, Christmas gifts, everything.
Nice guy. You get the blanket this
Yeah,
year?
you got the blanket?
Oh yeah.
I was a little confused by the blanket.
I
when
was
we got
too.
it. I was just like, what's going on?
It had a giant S on there. And then I thought, did Adam Schefter send me a blanket with his initial on it?
Yeah.
Like,
Supposed
did
to
he
think
send that
about
to
it.
everybody? But no, yours probably had an M, right?
It did.
Yeah.
Nice
Well,
guy.
baby name, yeah.
Yeah. But it was, the whole thing. He's the best. He sent us
He is.
cookies the year before.
And he's got his daughter doing interviews like on the field after games. Like when we with the Rams, we're playing the Broncos on Christmas Day. She was down there doing a interview for Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Like,
cool.
it's
I mean,
cool.
that's also nepotism. Like, come on. What are we doing, dude?
I think
Bronny.
it was like Noah Eagle on the call.
Yeah.
Right? And then,
Yeah, it was.
and then Adam Schefter's daughter.
Bronny was playing quarterback.
Yeah, it was great. What about physically? What's your favorite physical attribute about Adam Schefter? Your best friend.
How like just proportionally sized to fit in my pocket he is. Just you can just keep him right in there.
He is. Like, if you stand next to him, you're a 6'3" quarterback all of a sudden.
I feel enormous.
yeah.
I feel like Josh Allen.
So we're on your side about the whole like you're actually not as short as people say, but what they should do is they should measure up to the eyes for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because anything above your eyes is wasted space going into the draft. Like I don't give a shit if my quarterback's got a big forehead.
Okay, so Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
How tall
yeah,
is he?
Big forehead. That's true.
How tall is he?
Not that
6'4"?
tall. No.
4?
No, he's like 5'11".
Well, by the eyes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if we're going by the eyes, Peyton Manning probably 5'11". Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, 6 feet.
Yeah.
6 feet flat.
I don't know what his forehead looks like right
Yeah, it
now.
changes every other week.
Yeah.
that was mean. Shouldn't have said that. Did you get Tom Brady's locker?
I think so.
Oh.
I don't, yeah, it is. It is.
Did he leave anything?
But like
behind?
also it's a locker room. Like you got to replace guys.
Yeah. They can't like put glass over it. Like, don't touch this.
No.
Did he leave anything behind, or was it just clean?
No, there was no avocados left.
Yeah. Was there any weird pressure like stepping into Tom Brady's like this used to be his team?
A little bit, but also like the team that they brought in around him, like he had a huge say on the free agents and like a ton of veterans that Super Bowl run, like those end years. A little bit, but also like I'm not Tom. I don't play like Tom. I just can't be him.
Yeah.
That's what I always said. Just be the best version of myself and let that ride.
Yeah.
That is cool though that you got a locker room that had guys that he hand selected to bring in there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah,
Good
built by
situation.
Tom. Yeah. All right. Well, this has been awesome. I got one last question. Rowback question, RHOBACK.com.
Yeah.
Promo code TAKE, 20% off, Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, bathing suits too. Rowback.com, promo code TAKE. It's been awesome having you back on, Baker. Like I said, I think it's been 5 years. We've had you on, I think this is the third time. You are, I love that I feel like you're a type of guy that you have a circle and then there's people who talk shit about Baker and you're like, fuck you, you're out. Was there ever a moment that we were out?
No.
Okay, good. All right.
No.
I
There
thought
was just
there
a
was.
moment where I was just
We
like,
thought-
I'm not doing
Okay, that's
anything
fair.
extra.
Because, there was a moment where we were like, are we out? I don't
you
think
guys aren't
we
out of-
were.
you guys aren't out of the
I don't
circle.
think we ever said anything remotely negative about you. We've always been like Baker Mayfield fans, but the problem we run into sometimes is the Barstool Sports main account.
Yes.
They will fire off
Not our fault.
the dankest memes left and right after a game, and then sometimes we've got players that we're friends with that are like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And we're like, "Sorry, we don't control that." account.
Dion actually texted me the other day. Was like, "What's this story you guys are writing?" I was like, "Dude, I haven't blogged in 10 years."
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, I think you got a bunch of computer nerds sitting behind there writing articles for clickbait stuff.
Yes.
we got a lot of that.
But like my approach on it was just not to do any huge interviews. Just like let this whole thing pass over. Let people know that I'm stronger in the end for it, and still the same person.
Smart
after.
approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good. I feel good.
Remember when you beat Philly in the playoffs this year?
It's pretty sick.
That was awesome.
Pretty sick.
Oh, hey, what happened with your Oklahoma statue? They kind of fucked that up, huh?
No, I mean,
there are really no good
Baker
statues.
Mayfield.
good story on that.
Okay.
It's better than if you can. I don't know if they'll have a picture of it online, but they have all the All-Americans plaques outside. If you look up Mark Andrews' plaque, it's the most fucked up thing you've ever seen in your life.
Really?
It's so good.
The problem is, I think what they had to do is they had to break the mold of statues and have it be a red headband. Because if you look at it from afar, it looks like you just have the shiniest, biggest forehead ever. That's the problem, because they have your headband on there.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what I was thinking.
It kind of looks like you look like a player from the 1940s. In this
Yeah.
statue. It's weird having a
you look
statue
like
of yourself where you're alive. Like
It's enormous too.
You kind of look like T-1000 from Terminator. That's cool.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, all right. I'm coming around on the statue.
It's a little pissed they didn't make Kyler's miniature, but
Yeah, this is, I don't know. That would have been great if it was Kyler's miniature.
yeah, real strong chin in that one.
Yeah.
Ears are flaring out a little
He is
bit.
T-1000.
yeah,
That's kind of cool now. All right, I'm back on the statue. All right, well, Baker, it's been fucking awesome, dude. We
Appreciate
love
you
having you
guys.
back on the show.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, let's not wait another 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know what? Next time we'll bring Steven with us, and he can just.
Is he gonna talk the whole time though?
yes.
Yeah, unless we tell him to shut up. He's coachable though. If you tell him to shut up, he'll shut up.
Receptive.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have one more question for you. Since we were talking about babies earlier, we have a theory on this show that when a player like a wide receiver or tight end has a kid, especially if it's their first baby, they're way more likely to score a touchdown that week because everyone in the locker room's like happy for them. You know, everyone's saying like send best wishes to them. They show up for game day, different mood, congrats on the baby. Does that calculus ever enter your brain?
For like receivers and tight
Yeah.
ends?
Yeah.
You got to get him the ball because of the baby.
No.
Okay.
It should. Bad teammate,
It
maybe.
was good that he said that because then it's not going to change the odds.
But now
We know the truth.
But now it's actually in his brain.
That's
Because
another
we said
piss
it, though.
test for you. All right, thanks, Baker.
Appreciate you guys.
Baker Mayfield was brought to you by our great friends over at Morgan & Morgan. You know what really stinks? Getting alerts on your phone that there's a tornado in your area and interrupting the podcast after we just said there will never be another tornado that hits the area. You know what doesn't stink is working with Morgan & Morgan because their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/PMT or dial #law, #529 from your cell phone. They can help fight to get you full and fair compensation. Calling Morgan & Morgan will help you get what you deserve, and their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com. That's forthepeople.com/PMT or dial #law, #529 from your cell phone.
Okay, let's wrap up the show. I have 2 Monday readings for you. One's a tweet. One's a Reddit post that I came across. Someone tagged me in it saying Monday reading, which I agreed with. The first is a tweet that I want you guys to just give your reaction for. This is from, so Nate was in the World Series of Poker, cashed. Congrats to Nate, our guy Nate, 717. I funded him, he cashed, and we're proud of him. It was a hell of a run. But anyway, my algorithm has just been all poker because I was so into his run and just like looking for everything.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, Sean Perry, I guess he's a poker pro or something. Sean Perry wins. He said, did you guys know that Dylan Gang runs a very high-stakes illegal poker game where he's raking over $50K a day and there's an illegal prostitution ring happening at the game? The players are paying girls to fuck in the other rooms, and this is Jason Mercer's partner. How alarming.
Oh, my God. That sounds terrible.
It sounds alarming.
That sounds
We should
like the
investigate.
worst time ever. I simply can't believe that's true.
Crazy.
We should go check it out.
Yeah.
To make sure that it's not true.
Guys are paying to fuck in the side room.
In Las Vegas?
I don't know where it is. He runs a illegal stakes poker game where he's raking over $50K a day, and there's an illegal prostitution ring happening at the game. The players are paying girls to fuck in the other rooms. Whoa.
Yeah, I can't believe that's true. We should go check it out.
Scary. Hold on.
Where is it? Can you tell me the address that it is so I can make sure that I never
We got to find it.
I want to make sure I never accidentally go there.
Grit Week, we'll stop it. Grit Week. We'll stop by there and do a little investigation. Okay, so I think we have a spot for Grit Week.
Yep, I think so.
Find it. Do some investigative journalism. All right, here's the Monday reading. This one is my boyfriend, 26, female, my boyfriend, 28, is obsessed with a lantern he found at a flea market, and it's getting weird. How do I approach this? Hello. So my boyfriend and I recently went to a flea market, and he found this old-style lantern that he absolutely fell in love with. He bought it on the spot, and I thought it was a cute little vintage decoration for our apartment, but now things have taken a strange turn. Ever since he got the lantern, he's become super attached to it. He keeps it by his bedside and even gets up in the middle of the night to walk around the apartment with it, pretending to be an old-timey watchman. He'll say things like, all is well, or the night is dark and full of terrors. And he really gets into character. At first, I thought it was kind of funny and endearing, as he always had an eccentric style of humor, but now it's starting to annoy me. He does this almost every night, and it's disrupting our sleep. I've tried talking to him about it, but he just tells me that he takes his watchman duties very seriously and that it's important for our safety. The issue is I genuinely cannot tell if he's joking. Has anyone else experienced something like this? How do I get him to tone it down without hurting his feelings or making him feel like he can't enjoy his quirky interests?
That's a great question to ask. Have any of you guys experienced this with a boyfriend before?
Guys can't have hobbies?
Sounds like he's gaslighting her.
Yeah.
All I got.
I love this guy, though.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Listen, if you find something cool at a flea market or you're out maybe on a Saturday afternoon, you ask him to stop into some little quaint antique shop that he doesn't really want to go into, and then he finds something awesome that consumes his life from there, you should encourage those types of behaviors, those hobbies. He's using his imagination.
Also, like, playing in the dark is like as old school as it gets.
Yeah. Probably get some excellent shadows with the lantern.
The dark, what does he say? The dark is night and full of terrors?
Mm-hmm. All is well.
Yeah, all is well. The night is dark and full of terrors.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's doing a good job.
It sounds like he's keeping ghosts away from you, which you should be happy about.
I saw it. I was just like, dudes rock. This is just, we've gotten to a point where it's like, listen, what would you rather him do? Like, cheat on you or like, go like have a hobby that like completely destroys your relationship with him? Or he could just do his duty as the watchman and check out what's going on at night.
At least you know where he is all night long.
Right.
He's walking around with a lantern in his hand.
And if there's, hey, I bet you if you heard a clank in the middle of the night, you're like, you go check it. You're not the one who's going to go check it. He's going to go check it.
Yeah, he's the guy that's got the lantern.
Now he's fully equipped.
Yeah, I don't mind this at all.
Yeah. So I thought it was a fun little story. Okay. Anything, Hank? Are we worried about the tornado?
Kind of.
I'm trying to remember your like flow chart that you had as to what weather is real.
Oh yeah.
Did you say tornadoes is real?
It was just rain. It was just football. Anything that's gonna, a tornado could affect an over.
Yeah,
it could. Yeah.
Rain and snow.
Never.
Not so much.
Never. Weather's not real.
No.
Okay. Let's do numbers.
A tornado's like a natural disaster, though.
Yeah, no, tornadoes.
It's not really
weather.
weather.
Tornadoes, you don't fuck with tornadoes.
You don't think tornadoes weather?
Like an earthquake isn't weather.
Yeah, correct.
Tornado's not weather.
Volcano,
tsunami.
Tornado, I think would be weather.
Tornado's definitely.
Hurricane would be weather. Tornado would be weather.
You're not getting it, Big Cat. It's a natural disaster.
Oh.
It's not weather.
It's not weather, but it's definitely weather.
Is volcanoes weather?
No.
Tsunami?
Nope.
Okay. Really cold front?
Yes.
Okay.
Thunderstorm?
Yes.
What was the thing
Flash
called
flood.
last summer? The heat dome?
Polar vortex?
Yes.
Seiche wave.
Don't know what that is.
It's like a tsunami in a lake.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Pretty
that's
cool.
not what
Aurora
Seiche waves are
borealis.
awesome.
The Northern Lights.
Nope.
Not weather. Solar flare.
Nope.
Okay.
Whirlpool.
Oh, good one. Bermuda Triangle.
No. That's bigger than us.
Microburst.
I don't know what that is.
That's is that like a mini tornado?
I think a microburst is like just a big thunderstorm that pops up.
What's a mini tornado? What's that called?
Dirt Devil.
Dirt Devil. Tasmanian Devil.
Yes.
Taz is real.
Taz is
I
weather.
agreed with that. All right, let's do numbers. Oh, by the way, Shane went on a date with his Charger shirt.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is that was his first date he's ever been on?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congrats, Shane.
And it went well. So, is there going to be a second date?
What?
Is there going to be a second date?
We'll see.
Okay, nice. That's better than a no. We got to get you your Chargers gear.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Numbers 20.
73.
8.
99 Poe.
Max, number.
20.
I already said it.
56.
21.
That's brutal because that means that you really wanted 20.
I gave Shane my headphones. I can't hear.
31. 31.
Love you guys.